Go. All right. What's going on, everyone out there? Welcome to episode number 12 of the 22 Shots of Moods and Horror podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy, aka NES Ruler 22, of course. And, of course, I'm joined always by my awesome co-host, JP, aka Double Shot J, and the man himself, Moodz 616. So we got a full show.
Yeah.
Got a full show for you guys tonight. Back to our typical format. Hopping in with the news with JP. Jumping into Moodz Swingz and answering you guys' questions. And this week we asked you guys, what are your top 5 favorite trilogies? Then we'll be hopping into, of course, our What We Watch segment. And then we'll be hopping into a discussion of the film The Woman. So, JP, start this shit off, son.
Alrighty. But really quickly, when you say Moodz Swingz, I always just picture moods on like little swing sets going back and forth. I just thought I'd share that because
that just sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, because I never actually mentioned it, but every time you say it, I just picture him swinging back and forth on a little swing set, like one of the little plastic ones that like when you're a kid.
Oh yeah, I would destroy that thing if I was swinging on that.
I could totally see you like falling your fucking feet in the air.
That's good times.
Alrighty, guys. So the news is very short this week. This will not take much time, which is kind of a bad thing because most people like the news topics. We get great discussions out of them. So first up, we have Proxy. This is a film. XYZ Films announced that it's going to get an April 18th release, which is being put out by IFC Midnight. They picked it up at the Toronto International Film Festival 2013. Be hitting DVD or VOD platforms before it gets the DVD release. And it's about like a woman who is pregnant and she gets like attacked or something, and then she meets another woman who was in a traumatic experience, and they kind of bond or whatever. Anybody hear this?
No, but it's IFC Midnight, so
yeah,
I shall buy it.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. It's just something that if I see, I'll grab, but I'm not really super interested in it right now. But I want to say this might have got some decent reviews at the Toronto Film Festival. So I don't know.
In the foreign land of Canada.
Honestly, everything that IFC Midnight puts out is kind of interesting to me.
Side of Silent.
I always get a little interested, so yeah.
Instead of Silent Blackout, because that movie sucks cock.
And the Snowtown Murders. That wasn't very good.
Yeah, Snowtown.
Oh, Snowtown Murders, man. Honestly, it's so overrated.
Crawl Space. And Crawl Space.
Yeah, I didn't check that one out. Yeah, Snowtown Murders was wow. I heard a lot of good things. I think we talked about this once before, but wow. Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of hype. I mean, it was a lot of talk about that film, and it did not deliver for me, man. I thought it was...
Sometimes the hype can kill things, but let's just say this. I've never even heard of it, and I watched it and was disappointed, so...
Yeah, I mean, I tend to kind of, put all the hype and sometimes, that stuff off to the side, just go into a film and judge it for myself, and it didn't work for me. I thought it was actually kind of boring, to be honest. There's some shocking points in it, or moments, but it doesn't save it for me.
Yeah. Next up, there's a film called Scream Park with has Doug Bradley in it, being put out by Wild Eye.
Nice.
I was talking with you about this one, Moods.
I didn't realize
a few days ago.
I didn't realize that Wild Eye was putting it out, though. That's cool. They put out some pretty interesting titles.
So you know this one, Jeremy?
Yeah, me and Moods were talking about it like 2 days ago, actually. Seems right on my alley. If you guys watch my videos, I like abandoned amusement park movies too.
Yeah. They don't even have to be abandoned for me. I like them either way.
Yeah.
Basically, it's an amusement park. The owner has one last plan to sell tickets: murder. Hiring 2 backwoods maniacs to break into the park and hack and slash employees. This just sounds like
awesome.
Yeah. I guess it was a pretty big hit in the festivals, though. I think people, Texas Frightmare Weekend and Erie Horror Film Festival and Horror Realm, all, I guess, had good feedback. So, yeah. That gets put out on DVD and video on demand April 22nd, which is also my cousin's birthday.
Congratulations!
Oh, wow, that's coming out relatively quick.
What a great piece of
That's
information. Awesome. Thank you, JP, for telling me that.
I definitely got to say that it does sound interesting though. I like the premise though. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And it got Doug Bradley. You got your name.
Oh yeah.
You always want to have a name.
But wait, you forgot about the most important detail. It's on JP's cousin's birthday. That's the most important detail. Every time you look at it, you'll think of JP.
Yeah, and it's 12 days after my birthday also. Just letting you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know, JP. Thank you.
So IFC Midnight is also picking up an alien abduction found footage film called, I think it's called Alien Abduction, actually.
Nice name. Nice.
Wow, yeah. That's very original.
Nice.
At least they got creative with the title.
It's like, let's think about what we're gonna name our movie.
Well, we got a lot of aliens.
It's about
some people.
Let's go with that. Let's go with Alien Abduction.
Yeah. So this film, found footage horror film in select theaters, video on demand platforms, Friday, April 4th, which is never mind.
I when I hear the term found footage, it makes me tired sometimes. It makes me want to.
It's just kind of gimmicky. You expect you automatically get that. I like found footage when it's done right, but that's automatically
when it's done right, it's never done right. Well, Grave Encounters.
I wouldn't say never.
Grave Encounters.
Blair Witch was done fantastic.
There is some pretty good found footage films. I'm not a hater of the genre, but it's just when I hear it, I'm like,
Atrocious is pretty good too.
I like Atrocious. It's actually one of my favorite ones. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a film that I would check out. You know, if I come across it super cheap, I'm not going to go out of my way to find or watch a film called Alien Abduction. That's a found footage film.
But it is put out by IFC Midnight, so.
Yeah, it's decent. So,
VHS was pretty good found footage.
VHS 2 is awesome.
Speaking of VHS, the director got his film Devil's Due dated for home video. This comes out on Blu-ray and DVD April 29th.
Which director?
Yeah.
Who's directing?
One of the people.
Way to go, JP. VHS. Way to be on top of your shit.
Come on, man. Why are you going to call me on that?
Got one segment.
The first VHS are we talking about here?
I think so.
Okay. I've actually heard of the film Devil Due. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it.
Wait, hold up. Wasn't there already a movie called Devil's Due that was in theaters? Is this the same one?
I think it is.
Is this the found footage one that was in theaters like a few months ago?
Yes, it is found footage.
That looks like total asshole about like a lady giving birth to a devil baby.
Actually, I heard that movie was pure shit.
Yeah.
Just from the first couple reviews that I heard about it. Yeah, okay.
Well, honestly,
I didn't realize it was the same film.
Yeah, me neither.
That's funny. But then again, having a movie called Devil's Due doesn't really surprise me that there'd be two of them like that. I mean, look at last year. What was there? 2 home invasion films called Home Sweet Home?
Yep.
I mean, come on. Really? Like, so Devil's Due.
They should have just called it Home Invasion.
Home Invasion.
Why not make a home invasion film called Home Invasion? That's brilliant. Like, just be so blunt about it. Home Invasion.
Way to go, JP.
Or we are going to fuck you up. Probably won't get away with that title, but yeah.
Sam Raimi. This one may be interesting to Jeremy because I know he's a gamer. But Sam Raimi is producing, The Last of Us. For
that is an awesome game. It's so good.
That's what I hear. I hear it's really good.
It's really good. Post-apocalyptic game. It's fucking awesome. I actually beat that one in one day too, in one sitting.
So definitely has some potential. Especially, I think if they work with the people who created the game as bouncing ideas off of each other and stuff, trying to really adapt it and not just make a post-apocalyptic film called The Last of Us. We know how video game adaptations usually turn out.
No, all of them are shitty. Just think about it.
Super Mario Brothers is pretty good.
No, it's deep down inside a piece of shit. You and me both know that.
There is a fantastic review on that film that actually points out like all the good things and how hard.
I'm not saying it's not a fun movie to watch. I'm not saying it's not a fun movie to watch. I love that movie. It's just shit.
I haven't seen it.
I mean,
years,
it's not.
You've
like
never seen that movie?
but I like it. It's
No,
fun, dude.
I haven't seen
you
it in
gotta
years.
see it. It's kind
Yeah,
of just
man.
one of those things you kind
Yeah.
of need to see.
Yeah.
It's kind of like ridiculous as hell.
It's like really, really bad, like Street Fighter.
Yeah. Ooh, I
No,
forgot about
not
Street
like Street
Fighter.
Fighter.
Street Fighter is terrible, but I love that movie. It's hilarious.
I forgot about
I
Street
It's
never
just a
watched
bad
it. I
movie,
never
man.
liked the Street Fighter games. I thought that Mortal Kombat was always way better.
Speaking of shitty movies.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat's fucking bad, dude.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation's even worse.
Oh fuck! I never watched it. I couldn't bring myself to sit through that shit.
So it's gonna be put out under the Ghost House banner, I guess.
Yeah.
Ghost House. Man, what was the last time they even released a film? Like it seems like it's been a while. Like I haven't seen anything new from Ghost House in a while.
The game's creative director is also producing though. So
Yep. Naughty Dog. It's great.
after that, we have Wrong Turn 6 has been announced. It's filming in Bulgaria right now. It's slated for video on demand, DVD, and Blu-ray this fall.
Not Bania. Bashtanisha.
What? It hasn't started filming, and the DVD releases or Blu-ray release is already set. That's.
Well, I don't think it's very hard to.
No,
edit
no.
those
I
movies.
said it is filming in Bulgaria right
Oh,
now.
I thought you said it's about to start filming.
Yeah, they started filming before they even announced it, I guess, or like right at the same time.
You know, to be honest, man,
I don't
really
think it's very
enjoyed-
hard to make those. Direct those movies.
I actually liked Part 5.
I didn't see Part 5. I really like 2 and 4 and 1. Well, I wouldn't say I really like 4, but I liked the 4 enough.
I like the first two a lot. The third one I think is just pure shit.
The third one's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
It's just a very poorly done film. The CGI is like actually some of the worst I've ever
The
seen.
green screen, dude.
Worse
I
than
remember
the Cube
driving
2?
down
How
the
is
road.
it possible?
It's bad. But Part 4, I used to really kind of dig it, but the more I watch it, the less I like it. It's kind of interesting.
I think I was just so relieved with the step up from Part 3.
I think that's kind of how
I've only seen it once.
I became a fan of the film. Was wow, it's just so much better than Part
Yeah.
3. But to be
That's
honest,
pretty
like
bad
Part
if that's what
5,
you're banking on. This
I
one's
know.
better than Part 3. So much better.
Part 5 is not a great film, but it's entertaining though. It's got some pretty interesting kills and stuff. So I don't know. I had fun with it.
I mean, honestly, I like when they put out a Wrong Turn film at Halloween time because it just feels right. I don't know. It's that direct-to-video shit. There's 6 fucking films. Who would have thought that would ever happen?
No doubt. Right?
I'm down with it, dude. It's not hurting anything. It's not like it's taking up space.
Better than Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, it's not taking up space in the theater like Paranormal Activity.
Exactly. Or The Devil's Due, or any of these other baby
It's just one of those films that you won't hear anything about except for when it's announced, and then all of a sudden it'll be on shelves, and you'll be like, huh, Wrong Turn 6. Maybe I'll check this out.
Next to Fampercon.
And you'll either be disappointed or you won't. And then you'll, not talk about it until the next one's released.
I mean, as long as they stay away from the bullshit CGI, then, it'll be half decent, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, just leave it alone. Just stop. I mean, fuck. Filmmakers have to realize that CGI is not a thing you want to be put in your films because it's not good.
And finally, the last piece of news is a guy who I actually kind of like a bit. His name is Adam Wingard. You guys familiar with this guy?
Yep.
Yeah, he did a few films, including Your Next,
VHS 2.
VHS 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Yeah. Basically, Picture House is releasing his new film called The Guest. And I think this guy got some potential to be like a main guy in the genre. He's been around for a while now. He's put out some other stuff too. But basically, this film tells the story of a young soldier who arrives at the doorstep of the Peterson family, claiming to be a good friend of their beloved son who died in action. The Petersons welcome David into their home and into their lives, but when people start mysteriously dying in the town, mayhem ensues as their teenage daughter Anna starts to wonder if David is responsible. If that's a simple enough plot, but if you make it really sick and dark, like
don't sound interesting to me.
I think it has potential. It doesn't sound interesting right away.
Sounds like a drama.
Yeah, but you're you're dealing with Adam Wingard.
I understand that. I understand. I just said it doesn't sound interesting. Is that a crime?
No,
if this guy is the killer, he shows up at this house, and then all of a sudden people in the city start winding up dead. What the fuck's his motive?
Well, no. I think it's kind of one of those things. He's just claiming he's just like one of those sick dudes, kind of like the stepfather, who just shows up and goes under this fake like thing, like, oh, I'm afraid. Okay. He probably didn't even know the son. You know what I mean? Like,
but he obviously knows enough that
he knows enough about them.
Yeah,
but
okay. You know what? I think it does. I think it potentially has. Potential. Potentially has potential. The fuck. I don't know, man. It's a simple plot line story.
Yeah,
but
you can't really judge too much by it. I'm just having faith in the director, pretty much.
Yeah, you know what? I have enjoyed his work. I mean, Your Next wasn't fucking outstanding to me, but I really enjoyed it though. I thought it was a great film. I thought the chick was fucking badass in it. Man. Yeah, was pretty good. She actually was good though.
Yeah,
I liked her role. So, and that awesome cameo by Ty West.
Yeah.
I really liked Adam Wingard's segment in ABCs of Death, the Quack one.
Yeah.
Quack.
I'm trying to remember which one it is.
That's
actually.
The one where they got stuck with the letter Q, and they was like, "Well, what the hell are we gonna do?"
Oh yeah.
How about we kill a duck?
I thought that was actually pretty funny.
Don't say quack, because whenever you say quack, I think of fucking Mighty Ducks.
Okay.
Come on. You have to have seen the Mighty Ducks.
I've seen all 3 Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, quack, 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 quack. It's like, come on.
Mighty Ducks a classic, man.
Fucking cheesy goodness.
So they're putting that out in the fall, I believe.
I'll check it out.
Oh, actually, there was one more piece of news that I totally forgot about. And this is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is being restored by Dark Sky Films. It's gonna, for the 40th anniversary, 40 years. Wow. It's gonna be premiering at unveiled at a film festival, SXSW in Austin, Texas. Mm-hmm. And then details regarding the film's theatrical re-release this summer will be announced in the coming months. I hope this is a pretty large release so I could see it, because as you guys know, this is my all-time favorite horror film. And
sorry to bust your balls. I don't think it's going to be a big release.
So they're remastering
this? Right, completely. Toby Hooper said that it looks like fantastic. I guess it's there's a huge-ass article. I didn't feel like reading all of it. But, talking about it.
Chainsaw is one film that I don't care for. Or
you better be careful what you say next, dude.
No, I just worded that wrong. That I don't care to watch on Blu-ray. Like, I have the Blu-ray released by Dark Sky Films, but I find it's almost too clear. Like, it's a really, really good transfer. But I really enjoy watching Chainsaw, on DVD, because it has a little more film grain and stuff to it. It's not as clear. It just feels right. I don't know, that type of movie just seems.
I enjoy watching.
It shouldn't be too clear. I think the Dark Sky Films Blu-ray they did a good job, almost too good.
I enjoy watching the film on VHS, so I feel
VHS. Yeah, exactly right. So, but they're remastering this, and it's going to be a media release too.
No, I think it's just a film.
Just for theatrical.
Theatrical.
Okay.
I don't know. It might not be that big, but as long as it's big enough for me to make it to it,
that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me.
They have to be putting out a 4th anniversary Blu-ray or DVD.
Well, I mean, they might, but this article doesn't say anything about that.
It's like they spend all this money remastering it, and then they're not going to release it. That doesn't sound money.
I mean, what they should do is they should try to compete with Arrow. With Arrow, what Arrow did with Chainsaw 2, that ridiculous set that they came out with. Yeah. 40th anniversary, Dark Skies Films release, DVD, Blu-ray combo pack, 150-page booklet, a fucking piece of skin in there.
I mean, are you guys actually saying that you need another Chainsaw edition?
I would pick that up if they put that out in a second.
Okay.
I only have about 8 or 9 of them. I need more.
I only have 4.
Yeah. No, I don't even think I have that many. I think I have 4 or 5, but I don't know. Why not? Why not compete with Arrow? I mean, Arrow is going to put out these ridiculous editions for Chainsaw 2. How does Chainsaw 1 not have a crazy edition like that? Like I'm talking like
Balls
lampshade
to the
skin.
walls.
Like you get a skin in this set that you can put, make as a lampshade. Awesome. Like how cool is that, man? That's fucking Ed Gein style right there. That's gnarly.
Yeah. But man, that I would love. It would be the greatest thing I've ever seen. Chainsaw in a theater with a bunch of people.
I'd like to see Chainsaw at the drive-in.
I've seen Chainsaw.
That would be
theater.
also really awesome.
I've seen it. It's fun. I've seen a lot of things in theaters, though.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Bragger.
We just don't shit like that here, man. So.
Yeah. Like the closest thing I got was Halloween last year, and that was like an hour and a half drive.
I've seen Halloween 1 35mm is fucking awesome.
So that's it for the news, guys.
That's it? Nothing ball busting amazing?
Nope.
Pretty slow week. Yeah, I was actually looking.
Not unless you think.
I didn't see a lot of stuff either.
IFC films picking up proxies like ball bustingly amazing.
No, because IFC picks up a lot of movies.
Yeah,
what about DVD releases for like this week?
I didn't see it. Did you guys see anything?
I actually did.
Honestly,
I think this Tuesday, which is what is this Tuesday? The 11th?
Yeah.
I think that is the date when all the Severin releases are coming out, like Dead Kids and Patrick and Thirst.
Well, I don't really report on when things are released. I just report when they're announced.
No, I just remember that because I was just, it's just that there's a lot of releases coming out.
Yeah,
Tuesday.
I think it
like
actually is because
releases.
last week I think I said that it was. I can't remember.
just for the folk out there that want to actually pick up those new releases and stuff. I believe that they are all dropping on Tuesday. Severin's not the cheapest, but
You're gonna buy them, Moodz?
I might pick up Dead Girls or Dead Kids. Dead Girls. Yeah. But as for Thirst and Patrick, probably not, since I already have like 2 editions of each of those movies. I don't need to upgrade to Blu-ray. I'm really trying not to upgrade things like that. I mean, I'll buy new films that I don't own on Blu-ray, but just to upgrade randomly Patrick and Thirst, like they're good films, but for me at this point, I'm really just trying to focus on getting other stuff. I don't need 96 editions of every fucking film. You know what I'm saying? It's like getting out of control sometimes.
I don't need like I really don't double dip unless it's like a badass edition. Like I'm really kind of against it unless I find it like Jeremy Price or it's a badass edition.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain movies, like if I ever come across an edition of like Dawn of the Dead or Return of the Living Dead, I always pick them up.
I still haven't even grabbed the Blu-ray Return of the Living Dead, so I'm slacking.
But it blows my fucking mind. Some of the films that I do have multiple editions of, I'm like, why do I have like 5 editions of this film? It's like insane. It blows my mind sometimes. I look at my collection. I'm just like,
I have 3 copies of Vampire Journals.
Dude, that's ridiculous. That movie sucks.
I know. I don't even know why I have 3 copies of it. It just happened one day.
That's like absolutely insane. It's like the bastard child in the Subspecies franchise. It's like it's like related but not related. It's weird.
It's a spin-off.
Yeah, it's like a spin-off, but it's not even close to what the Subspecies films are. Way better. Yeah.
So you guys want to jump into some Moodz Swingz?
Moodz Swingz.
All right. Well, I guess, do you guys want to answer the questions?
I have the list of the people that did answer. Or I got the you mean the trilogy question?
Yeah. Let's list off the people's answers right now.
Okay.
So last week's question was, list your top 5 horror trilogies. Trilogies, which means 3 films, not fucking 4. Got a lot of feedback saying that there was it was hard for some people. They couldn't find a lot of trilogies. I personally didn't find this that hard because when I really actually thought about it, my top 5 was pretty obvious. So, anyways, get into it, JP.
Yeah, I also found it that I've not seen a lot of trilogies, like the full trilogy, so it was pretty easy for me to do this. Definitely not a lot of participation in this one.
No, I think this was a hard question, and I personally didn't think it was hard, but wow, the feedback was, this was a hard question. So, Sorry, guys.
Emperor Corndog, he did the Basket Case trilogy at number 5, which I have a feeling that could make my trilogy list if I had seen Basket Case 2 and 3, because I love the first one so much.
You know, honestly, the Basket Case 2 and 3 are so different than the first one, but
really?
man, but the third one is bananas. That's weird. But
Maniac Cop trilogy.
Yeah.
Ginger Snaps trilogy. This was a surprising one. It's Alive trilogy.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And then the Evil Dead trilogy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the very first trilogy that came to my mind that people were probably going to have on their list was the Evil Dead trilogy.
For sure.
Yeah, so.
Zach had Maniac Cop at number 6. Zach didn't have a hard time making trilogy lists.
No.
He even did number 6. Herschel Gordon Lewis's Blood trilogy at number 5. Evil Dead at number 4. Argento's Animal trilogy at number 3. Fulci's Gates of Hell at number 2. And Reanimator at number 1.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Good list.
And finally, W Doubles with number 5 is the Three Mothers trilogy. Number 4 is the Animals trilogy. Number 3 is Reanimator. Number 2 is Evil Dead. And number 1 is Gates of Hell, and he goes for sure. So, yeah.
So that was everybody's. So I guess this was a hard one. People were
quiet.
Yeah.
I honestly think that it was hard as in there's not a whole lot of trilogies to pick from, and hard as in, well, there's not a whole lot of argument with the ones that you would pick. You know, there's not a whole lot of like trying to figure it out. I don't know. It was pretty. I don't think this one was as fun as most of our questions, which I thought this one would be.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so you guys want to get into yours?
Sure. Let me go first.
Yep.
Okay, number 5 I have Hatchet, the Hatchet trilogy. Number 4 I have the Poltergeist trilogy. Number 3 Basket Case, 2 Reanimator, and number 1 Maniac Cop.
Huh.
Good list.
I'm not a huge fan of the Evil Dead films, to be honest. That's why I didn't have it on my list. They're not my favorite films.
That's actually surprising to kind of hear.
Yeah. I like them. I just don't. I'm not in love with them like a lot of people are.
Yeah.
Moodz.
All right. My top 5 list consists of number 5, the Evil Dead trilogy. Number 4 is Reanimator. Love the Reanimator trilogy. Number 3 is the Three Mothers trilogy by Dario Argento. Number 2 is another trilogy by Argento, which is the Animal trilogy. And number 1 was a no-brainer for me, and that's the Gates of Hell trilogy by Fulci. All the films are just fucking amazing. So
no Maniac Cop.
No.
Yeah, I was surprised. Whoa, no Maniac Cop. So I've only seen one of the Mothers films. I haven't seen any of the Animals films, and I've only seen one of the Gates of Hell films. So those 3 trilogies that most people had in theirs were off of my list right away.
Mm-hmm.
My list goes number 5 is Candyman. Even though we really didn't like those last 2 that much, at least it seemed like we didn't, although I actually do enjoy them. It just, there's not much. It's hard to talk about the good things when there's so much bad.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 is Ginger Snaps, which I was like this. I liked seeing some love from.
There's 3 Ginger Snap films.
Yeah, there's the first one, a sequel, and then a prequel.
Oh, that's right, the prequel. I forgot about that.
Number 3 is Maniac Cop. Number 2 is Hatchet trilogy, Hatchet 3. And then number 1 is the Evil Dead trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Such a classic like trilogy. I've seen so many times. It's like hard to deny the triloginess of that trilogy.
Yep, I agree.
So,
all right,
are we throwing out the next Moodz Swingz question now, or?
Yeah, I guess I'll ask the question right now for everybody out there. This one is a lot easier. It's not even pertaining to anything really. But basically, this is one that I think everyone, I think we should probably get a lot of good feedback on it because it seems to be pretty damn popular. Basically, this is a very simple question. To date, what is your personal top 5 Scream Factory releases that have come out? So what are your 5 favorite releases by Scream Factory?
Well, that kind of like, we had a question involving that.
I know, that actually just came up. Well, it was similar. I think it was like your favorite one, but so you list your top 5 favorite releases to date. I'm curious to hear because the reason why I'm asking the question is because everybody knows how disappointed I was with Body Bags. Like I was so looking forward to that release, and then the audio issues just bugged the fucking hell out of me. So if that movie didn't have those real minor technical audio issues, it probably would have been a better release for me. But there's a lot to choose from, man. There's like, what, 50-something releases right now? 55 or 58 or something? I don't know. There's a lot of Scream Factory releases. So I'm curious. And there's so many different factors, too, though. I mean, you got the collector's editions, you got the, the double features, but, I don't know. I think Scream Factory is just...
this would have been a good question for like a future episode that we plan on doing.
Yeah, maybe, but
I'm just busting your balls, dude.
I'm not trying to think that far ahead. So
yeah, I know.
But yeah, so it's a very simple question because I think a lot of people out there do have a fair amount of Scream Factories in their collection. It's very popular, so I mean, yeah. So top 5 Scream Factory releases to date, and that can involve anything. The box sets, the DVD sets, doesn't matter.
Yeah. Is there any like Moodz Swingz like topics?
Wait, hold up. What about the questions people asked us to answer?
What's up?
Wait,
the people asked us questions to answer.
Yeah, I got those. That I figured we would let Moodz finish with the Moodz Swingz if there was any more left.
I just had one thing really to talk about this week. It was actually something that was brought up in our Facebook group yesterday. I actually think I brought it up, but I brought it up due to someone's comment. I believe it was Dustin Keckler or I think it might have been his comment that I was commenting on. But we were talking about, like...
Commenting on a comment. Jesus.
Well, responding,
crazy.
We always talk about, like, how there's so many fucking films, from, doesn't matter what era, 70s, 80s, 90s, that are not released on DVD. Don't have official releases. So I was thinking, I was like, why doesn't somebody start up a company that only focuses on releasing films that have never had a release?
Because you think they're going to make money? Do you really want to see Frankenstein's General Hospital that we looked at a few nights ago?
I mean, but there's stuff like Stepfather 3 that was
There's tons of movies.
Yeah.
That would fight. I mean, there's a lot of collectors, a lot of buyers out there that would totally eat this shit up.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're getting stuff for the first time, they don't even have to be Blu-ray.
Ghost Town.
Exactly my points. Like the Supernaturals. There's lots of films from the 80s that don't have releases. I'm quite surprised.
Right? The Gate doesn't have a release. What was that movie that we were talking? What was that movie we were talking about a few days ago that you saw the Laserdisc of? You're like, oh, that doesn't have a DVD release.
Shit, I can't remember. It seems like there's a ton of films that have Laserdisc releases that don't have DVD releases. It blows my mind. But yeah, but it would be so fucking cool if a company started up and only focused on releasing stuff
The Keep.
Oh yeah, Michael Mann's first video. Yeah, The Keep is a great example of a film that I'm really blown away that doesn't have a release, considering who directed that film. Michael Mann's pretty fucking popular.
Well, I think I can kind of answer this. I think that if you start a company with a specific goal like that in mind, and you end up like being able to grab like a, awesome film to put out, like why wouldn't you just put it out if you were able to? You know what I mean? If it can sell, I think limiting yourself to that is kind of like hurtful to the company, isn't it? Kind of. What
do you mean? I don't get it. But the main focus is to release stuff that no one else is releasing. See, my problem is with a lot of companies now is that you got Arrow Video. I mean, when Arrow came out, the first 20 releases that they'd done had all had releases before. They focused on Italian horror but I mean Anchor Bay and Blue Underground and all these other companies had already released all these films. So I was like, you know what, Arrow's cool. I like what they're doing, but I want to see something fresh. Like I'm getting really fucking tired of these companies releasing the same fucking films over and over again. It's pissing me off, to be honest. So I want a company that's releasing shit that no one's released. Just focus on stuff that doesn't have, maybe even just a region 1 release. Some of these companies, Stepfather 3 you brought up has a German release, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
That could be released in region 1. Not too many people have that fucking movie over here, put it that way.
Well, there is a Laserdisc version of Stepfather 3.
There's also a VHS.
Yeah. But I'm
talking DVD and Blu-ray releases, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because more people, I would say, collect DVDs and Blu-rays than they do VHS.
I didn't know that.
So, well, I'm just bringing up a fucking fact.
Busting your balls, Moodz.
And also pertaining to the conversation because, come on, man. I would love to see. Dude, I have a fucking insane list somewhere on my computer of films that don't have releases.
Sounds like a video series.
Yeah, it really does, and it's crazy, man. It just blows my fucking mind. So
yeah,
why not a company? It's obviously harder to do. It's easier said than done. It's basically what it is.
Because there's two things here. There's reasons. There's generally reasons why certain films have not been picked up yet. Either it's a rights issue, or it's just they don't see profit in putting the film out. So
that's the thing. In some of these companies, like do you take Scream Factory? I don't think Scream Factory is a company that's going to release fucking Ghost Town. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Why not?
I don't know.
I think that's a title they could pick up. Actually, they might pick up if it's not tangled up in rights issues. That seems like right up their alley.
I would be, ecstatic. That would be so awesome if they picked up. But just have a company that focuses on. A lot of films that don't have releases are obviously not like mainstream titles and stuff. But Scream Factory's got both kind of.
I would argue that Scream Factory does focus on putting out titles that they haven't been released yet. I don't think it's their main focus, but I think they strongly focus on it. They've put out a lot of films that haven't been released before.
Yeah, but you look at the films that are coming out this year, and besides the original films, how many of those films don't have releases? There's so many that are coming out this year that actually they have other releases.
I haven't really. The list isn't like fresh in my mind, but I'm thinking of like past ones, like The Town That Dreaded Sundown and Deadly Blessing, and
okay, that's fine. But I'm talking about like future ones. Starting with Slumber Party Massacre. For fuck's sake, Shout put that out already. Bad Dreams and Vision Hours put out by Shout.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a Blu-ray release.
Yeah, I know, but it's not that's not the point, though. The point is focusing on things that have never been released.
Yeah, I totally understand. I want that.
Death Valley is a good example of a film that had never had a release before.
The Island.
But what?
The Island.
Death Valley.
Yeah, and The Island. Didn't The Island not have a release?
No, that never had a release either. And but anyways, getting back to this company, I think it would be such a breath of fresh air for the collectors and all these films that people have on lists, literally probably have written down, penned down, the Supernaturals, fucking Ghost Town, all these films. Like just it's obviously easier said than done. Like I said before, I don't even know how you go about doing things like this. But these companies do. There's other companies that do manage to pick up films that never had releases, like Death Valley and stuff. And so why not just start up from there? I don't know. It was just a thought I had because I always get so excited when a company releases a film that's never been released before.
I think a lot of times is how these deals work is they strike a deal with a company for multiple films. It's never like a one film thing. And I think that, because mainly the interest of the company isn't to just get one of their films released. It's you want to buy a catalog of films, put them all out. And
that's why this type of company would be done on a smaller scale. Screen Factory is a big scale company. Like they're releasing crazy amounts of films. Like this one, it may release like 4 or 5 a year kind of thing. Who knows? Right?
I think what you're saying is like an olive films company, but only releases that are not put out already. Like Ticks, like how they started with Ticks, like that, like Mosquito. They should grab. Well, what about like out of print stuff is fine too. You can really release that.
Yeah, Scorpion's like that too. Scorpion, the Katarina Nightmare Theater line, like they've released quite a few films that. Well, some of them had releases really kind of minor low-key releases, but they put out some pretty cool stuff. So, I mean, they're in that right direction of releasing films that didn't really have releases before. I was so stoked when they announced that they're releasing The Unseen, because The Unseen was put out by Code Red, like one of the earlier Code Red releases. It's been out of print for fucking ever. So when that came, when Scorpion announced the Blu-ray, I was like, that's sick. You know, that's a good example of a film that I barely ever see anyone show off.
I totally 100% feel you on this. I just figured I would, argue your thing, and I would love to see it.
I mean, it's basically just it's a dream, to see a company just
when Scream Factory announces a title, what are the ones you get excited for? It's the ones that have never been released, right? Those are the ones. It's like, oh, what is this one? I never heard of this. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna complain about Scream Factory releasing Evil Speak and releasing I know what else we got coming out. Final Exam. Big deal. Like, I mean, the thing is, though, I own those films, like the Code Red releases, and but to get a Blu-ray treatment, that's pretty cool. But at the same time, I would be more stoked if they were two films that had never had a release anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. Yes. I mean, I don't necessarily need to upgrade Final Exam. I mean, for fuck's sakes. Or even Evil Speak. I mean, when I pick up the Blu-ray, it's going to be my third copy. I'm just like, really? Do I need 3 copies of Evil Speak? It's a great movie. But come on, give me Ghost Town. Right?
Yeah.
So, but that's all I'm saying.
Give me Mosquito. I want that film really bad.
Mosquito would be fucking... Yeah, that would be awesome, too. Because, that it has a release, but it's so scarce.
$200.
It's like, nobody owns that. What did they... They must have limited that to about 5 or 6 copies.
It's put up
by I actually seen a copy like shortly after it was released and didn't buy it.
Oh man, you must punch yourself every day reading the balls.
Yeah, not mainly because it's like rare, but if I actually did own it, I would sell it because that film goes for ridiculous prices. But I'm just saying, like, I actually like the movie quite a bit, and like I'm tired of watching it on YouTube when I want to watch it.
Yeah, I hear that shit, man. Totally. But yeah, I mean, I had a couple other points, but other things for Moodz Swingz. But I think I'll just leave it for that right there because I think we have quite a few questions to answer.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, well, I guess we'll jump into those questions.
Yeah.
So who asked this one? I actually forget. I didn't write down who asked it. I want to say it's like Martin VP, maybe. He says, which...
How do you not write down who wrote the question?
I'm sorry, guys. Which horror movie event do you want to happen to you in real life? For example, do you want zombies to take over your city, or do you want house to be haunted?
Why the fuck do I want any of those things?
Or maybe...
Well, that could be your answer.
Is right here, right now. This is... Or maybe you want VampireCon to move in next door. I think it's fair to say that if you don't want VampireCon to move next door, there's something wrong with you.
Well, I know what I want. I want Killer Condom to come and kill me. There you go. Killer Condom.
Killer God's so ridiculous. Honestly, I thought about the question for a few minutes, and I was like, I think it would be actually kind of fun. I always think of the scene in the Dawn of the Dead remake
when they're on the roof and they're playing the game and they shoot the celebrity.
Yeah, they shoot the celebrity zombies. Like I think so honestly, I think I'd go with like a zombie apocalypse just so I could start taking out motherfuckers. I think I mean obviously.
Hey, dude, you don't need an apocalypse to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not fucking crazy. I wouldn't feel bad about taking out zombies. I'm not going to start taking out real people. But you know what I'm saying, though? Like, that scene just makes it actually kind of fun. I mean,
yeah.
The novelty would wear off eventually because you would obviously be overtaken by zombies. You would never be able to beat them. But, I mean, come on. It would be kind of fun.
I mean, come on, dude. VampireCon next door? Come on, man. Why would you not want that?
Although, just having
like, what would he look like? He'd just be all little and stuff, being all VampireCon-y. Like, I just picture this weird combination of like an Irish accent with like Bela Lugosi's like Dracula, fucking whatever the hell that is accent. It's a weird mix.
I could just picture myself sitting down with VampireCon and drinking some tea and eating some crumpets and shit. And I don't know, man. It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous.
Yeah. Like, dude, if we never see like Vampircon in the hood, like, what? How is that? We gotta see that.
Vampircon in the hood in space.
Yeah,
in the hood in space.
Like the in space, there's a ghetto in space.
Yeah,
like it gotta happen.
And Vampircon comes and visits and starts fucking people up.
Yeah, definitely.
Good stuff.
But no, on a serious note, though, I don't know how serious you could talk about this because the question is like insane. But yeah, I mean, the zombies. That's the one you're gonna pick if you're gonna pick any of those type of scenarios. It's. I mean, how many times have you thought about, well, if a zombie apocalypse happened, this is what I would do. I'd make sure I had this, and I would go here, and I would do this, and I would make sure I had a bunch of this. Like, you think about it all the time, or at least I do. Anytime I watch a zombie movie. It's an interesting thing, and it's fun to contemplate and ponder over. And I think if I had to choose a way for the world to end, that would definitely be it.
It definitely comes down to the fun factor for me. I mean, I would never choose to have my house haunted because that actually scares me. Like, when you theoretically think about, being in your house and having ghosts and shit, like terror, like that would be fucking frightening, man.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
The Entity style, fun. Dude. Dude,
yeah,
imagine
like,
the Entity ghost going after Moodz.
Yeah, dude, like that's exactly what I'm talking about. The Entity does freak me out a little bit because, like, you put yourself in that position. Damn, that is really terrifying. I think ghosts are so terrifying because you can't see it. You don't know when it's gonna. It could be standing right next to you. You don't know. You don't fucking know. It's a zombie apocalypse, man. You know exactly what's out there. You can have fun with it. You can take out Jay Leno lookalikes. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking fun. But the ghost, never in a million years would I ever choose them. No. The ghost, that fucking scares me, man. So
sure. Second question is, man, I really wish I wrote down the names. I feel bad. What's your favorite Scream Factory Collector's Edition that has already been released?
Oh, so this was specific to Collector's Editions. Okay. Yeah. I will go first. For Collector's Edition that's been released so far, it's kind of a no-brainer for me. I got to say Day of the Dead. And the reason for Day of the Dead is to be my favorite. I love the art.
That's my favorite art.
Nathan Thomas Milner did that one, and it's a great cover art. But the special features on that disc, or on that release, is fantastic. It's got a brand new documentary that's really, really fucking entertaining. I really highly recommend it. So that was a big selling point for me, was having a documentary. Everybody knows how much I love docs.
Dude, the letters, the name Scream Factory alone was a big enough selling point for you to buy it.
How can we forget the town that dreaded sundown? They didn't have a release either, right? Until Scream Factory.
I think I mentioned that one.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
But Day of the Dead for me.
Yep.
That's I actually own a lot of the Scream Factories, but I've yet to watch a lot of them and really go through and watch all the features and stuff. I plan on doing that actually very, very soon. I've actually already started. And if I had to pick based on the ones that I've actually went through and checked out, two come to mind, and it's and I'm gonna have to go with the second one, and it's Halloween 3. I really like that release. It's the first one I grabbed, so it might have a little bit to do with that also. I really like the Horror's Hallowed Grounds with Sean Clark. That's one of my favorite special features that you can put on a disc is the Horror's Hallowed Grounds stuff. And Halloween 3 is just awesome. So yeah, that's my answer.
To be honest, that was like my runner-up.
Yep. That's kind of funny.
I love that release too, man. I love that release. I think it's a fantastic release by Scream Factory.
Yeah,
especially because Halloween 3 never got any attention at all, like edition-wise.
Yeah, the previous DVD releases and stuff were pretty bare bones. There was nothing really to them. Different cover arts, about it. Yeah, so.
Yep, that's mine.
Halloween 3. Okay.
Halloween 3.
Cool. Sweet, dude. So Zach asks us on Facebook, because I posted a little post before we started just to see if there's any other questions. Your guys' favorite psycho bitch horror? What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Psycho bitch horror. I don't know, like Final Girl or like just crazy bitch. I don't know how to really take that.
If it's like crazy bitch, I actually had a top 5 horror movie bitches somewhere. It exists somewhere out there. I forget where I talked about it, but it's out there. Man, I think the craziest bitch of all is Julia from Hellraiser 2 and 1.
It's the first thing that comes to my mind too. That's so funny. Yeah.
Judy from Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah.
She's quite bitchy also.
Yeah. Oh man, there's so many though.
The mother from People Under the Stairs. She was on my
top
5.
Oh yeah.
She is fucking crazy psycho bitch.
Yeah.
I know. Every time I watch that movie, I just want to punch her in the throat.
Mm-hmm.
She's terrible.
Right in the goddamn throat. I feel you.
She's terrible, man. She's terrible. But no, honestly, I'm going with the crazy bitch from Hellraiser. That was the first thing came up.
Oh my god, Julia's the biggest bitch in the world, dude. I can't stand her.
Ever the biggest bitch, man. It was the first thing I thought of, and I was like, yeah. We talked about this before, didn't we?
I think we did.
On a personal, we were talking about crazy bitches and people that you fucking hate.
Maybe that's where my top 5 list went.
And I swear the mother from People Under the Stairs got brought up too.
Yeah. Well, honestly, he does say your favorite psycho bitch, because I don't really like Julia. She's too much of a bitch. My favorite would probably be Judy from Sleepaway Camp. I actually like her quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say Julie? Judy. Judy from Sleepaway Camp. After that, Lost Witch asks, top 5 movies you'd like to see get a Blu-ray or Scream Factory release from, from Scream Factory. I actually did a video on this. You can check that out. But, off the top of your head, what are some...
That's going to take forever, dude.
That's what I'm saying. It's just off the top of your head.
The Ghost Town.
Off the top... Ghost Town, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Clown House.
Yeah, that was on the list.
I'm going to say, Clown House. That one always seems to top everyone's list. Troll. I would love to see an awesome release of the original Troll film by Scream Factory. Elves.
That's one that was on my list, my top 10 list.
Another one that I would love to see a great edition. It doesn't actually have an official release either, and that is To All a Good Night, the film that David Hess actually directed from 1980. Christmas holiday horror film.
From Last House on the Left fame? David Hess? That guy?
Yeah, he directed that Christmas horror film.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of interesting. But it's a fun film, but it's just every version I've ever watched of it is just VHS quality, transfers, shitty. Give that one a good release. And another one that comes off top of my head is Body Count. Italian horror slasher film. Great fucking score by Claudio Simonetti, I believe, from Goblin does the score, but Body Count's an awesome, underrated slasher from the 80s. I have a bootleg of it. Scream Factory, do us all a favor, release that shit.
Yeah, I got a few other ones that I thought of after I made the list. Well, for one, the reason I picked Elves is Scream Factory just needs to put out a Christmas horror movie. I just picked Elves because it was the one that hasn't been released yet, and the cover would look sick with all the weird Nazi fucking shit on it and stuff.
It's such a bizarre film.
Yeah, it's such a weird movie. And, a Christmas horror film, dude, right around next December, dude. Come on, Scream Factory, put one out. The other thing that I was thinking, way outside the box is, how about Scream Factory releases Freddy's Nightmares?
Yeah, that would be so amazing.
A TV show, right? Because nobody's even thought of that. So let's do a TV show. And that's like the perfect show because it hasn't been released yet, and it needs to be.
Fucking A, man.
Yeah,
that would be
interesting.
That would be so amazing too.
Yeah. We need to tweet that at them and shit, and blow it all over their Facebook. Everybody start wishing for that.
Well, no,
Christmas horror films. Yeah, holiday horror films and Freddy's Nightmares.
Yeah.
Freddy's Nightmares. Yeah, I agree, man.
After that, Zach asks us your favorite horror movie with the word "don't" in the title. It's such an odd question.
I think he asked that question because my review on Body Bags this week was "Don't Go in the House." So I think he kind of got that idea from there. My favorite film with "don't" in the title.
Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
It's funny. That's actually probably the only one I've seen with "don't" in the title, so that's what I'm picking. Did he say? Well, he said horror film, so
I can't think of anything either.
I don't know. Actually, it's a tough question because there's a lot of movies that don't the title. But
I'll tell you mine.
The first one that comes to mind is "Don't Go in the Woods Alone."
Yeah,
that movie is so bad, it's awesome.
The fake trailer in Grindhouse.
Yeah, don't.
Oh, don't. I think
like the king of don't.
I think I'm gonna go with "Don't Go in the Woods Alone." The slasher film from 1981. That movie's bizarre. It has a high body count in it, but it doesn't really have a plot. It's kind of funny. It's just a bunch of like kind of random things that are happening in this forest. It's a bad film, but very enjoyable. So,
alrighty. And finally, Lost Switch asks, "What's our favorite limited edition film in our collection?"
Oh fuck! I didn't even see that question. Holy shit!
Does that mean like limited edition, like special edition, or like limited?
No, I think like limited to a certain number.
Man, I don't have many of those. I have like rare.
I only have one.
I have like rare movies, but
I have two actually.
Oh, well, this is annoying because I have too many. That's actually a really hard question because limited, actually fully limited. The very first one that comes to my mind is kind of an oddball choice, but I love my limited edition of well, these are all limited. All hard boxes are limited, but I have a German hard box of The Video Dead, and it's just got that classic art on it. It is limited to, I believe, 99 copies or 89.
I was thinking it was going to be like that Maniac 10 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's a hard question. Like I really love the Violent Shit trilogy box set. Which I believe is actually apparently getting a Synapse Blu-ray release this year, which is insane. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a really good question. I'd actually have to think about that one, but
yeah.
So, I don't like a lot of limited edition stuff. I just don't really get it. I never really understood like the behind it. I don't really understand I mean, I understand why you create it in the first place because it sells, but I mean, I kind of think of it as like you're denying people from like seeing this film in this way, or I just don't like the whole limited edition thing. But I do have like two. I have the Puppet Master trunk, and I have the Friday the 13th box set, the 50 limited to like 50,000 one. So I'd probably say the Friday the 13th box set since I watch it the most.
Yeah, I always wanted to pick up that trunk, that full moon trunk. I thought it was pretty cool looking.
It's kind of, I don't know how hard is it to find now. It was limited to I think like 2,500.
Yeah, I was gonna grab one when it came out, but I think.
Come on, Charlie Band, go into your imaginary warehouse and pull out some new ones.
Dude, they probably made 30,000 of them.
Oh yeah, probably.
They are.
But I swear the shipping. I swear the shipping was more than the actual fucking trunk itself.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous. Man. It was so bad. Yep, that's fucking bullshit.
So what was you gonna say when I was saying I wasn't a big fan of it? I heard you try to interject and I cut you off. Was you gonna agree or disagree?
With what?
Not a big fan of limited editions in general.
No, I agree. I mean, I understand your point completely. You know, denying people seeing it and stuff, but I think a lot of those.
Fuck you, Twilight Times.
Yeah, fucking Twilight Times, man. Yeah,
I'm just laughing.
And they do it in the most shadiest way possible. Like,
I forgot about that.
Crime,
all right, I'll go with Christine then.
Fuck you.
I forgot about that one.
Do not even get. Oh, Jesus Christ.
How would you not buy it? I would have to buy it. How can I not buy it?
Because it goes against like what I can't be a hypocrite. Like I can't talk shit on them and then buy it. Like it's that no.
I haven't talked shit about them.
If I knew the guy who owned that company, I would seriously send him some like shit or I can't stand this guy. I want to know. Anybody know?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Twilight, what they do with their releases and shit. I think that's completely fucking shady, like you said. But if I ever came across a copy of Fright Night for cheap, I would pick it up because it's one of my favorite movies of all time. But it has nothing to do with supporting the company because it's totally like third-party seller right now. But yeah, fuck Twilight Times. I'm really pissed off that they're apparently releasing the Blob remake because I'm probably gonna miss that Blu-ray too.
That seems just like it. Why is it all the films that they're releasing seem like exactly like I can almost predict the ones they're gonna release? It's weird. They seem like all the same or something.
I'll have that. I'll grab you one, Moodz. I'll probably be on that.
don't even buy it. What are you
Why
doing?
not? Why would I not buy it
God,
when I know it's
because
gonna be worth like
fucking terrible.
$100 the next
Well,
day?
I don't care about like I'm not a reseller. I've never sold
I will
anything
not
my entire life,
participate.
but I just want like the Blob remake is one of my favorite movies. I love that movie, but I was just so bummed out when I heard that they were releasing
I'll wait till they're
because it's gonna be $40, no special features.
$30.
$30, no special features. Fucking.
And that's the thing. That's why it's so insane. It's like you're putting out a mediocre edition, and since you're limiting it so much, you're jacking up the price to criminal rates, and then you're gonna sell it to all these resellers. It's just shady as hell. It's terrible business practice, and it's just I can't stand it. I don't want to be part of it at all. I'd rather just wait until their rights end, and then somebody else re-releases it. Because from what I hear, it's only like 2 to 3 years they have the films under contract.
I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
I don't know officially, so don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's not extremely long that they have the rights. So eventually somebody's going to be able to get a hold of it and re-release these films. So I'll get them then.
Huh. Yeah.
And then your precious little Christine Blu-ray won't be worth shit, Jeremy.
I don't give a shit how much it's worth. I'm never going to sell it. Just like how I'm probably never going to sell my Walking Dead head, even though someone offered me $275 for the fucking thing.
That's insane, man. Crazy.
It's a personal beef I have with them. I understand why people. It's who doesn't want Christine on Blu-ray. I get it. It's just
Scream Factory.
I fucking hate them people.
Scream Factory needs to release fucking Fright Night. That would be a good film.
Yeah, which they want to, and they're like, unfortunately, Twilight Times has the rights for another while.
Well, if we hold it out here a couple more years.
What about Fright Night 2? Wouldn't you like to see that have a new re-release?
I don't know why that one hasn't. I mean, who?
Yeah, I'm quite surprised actually. I don't know who owns it actually. I can't remember. It's
Artisan.
Is it Artisan?
Yeah.
Actually, it is Artisan. Yeah, that's right.
Artisan is owned by Lionsgate, I think.
I don't mind Fright Night 2. It's not a bad movie. It's okay.
So that would make sense because Lionsgate's hard to get into bed with.
Yeah, exactly right.
I'm gonna make love.
So I was in the red box and I was like, "Oh, sweet Stick of Truth." Oh, not sweet, sold out. I had to do the podcast tonight anyway. I was just gonna blow it off and play Stick of Truth, to be honest. But
all right, set the last question. Anything else? JP's lagging.
Oh no, am I fixed?
No.
There you go.
There you
go.
You're
good now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think that is actually that's it for the questions though.
All right.
Yeah, that's it for the questions. Good questions, guys. Keep it up.
Yeah, keep asking them. All right. Now, gonna hop into the what we watch segment. I got 2 movies and a pick of the week. I know JP and Moodz each have 3 in the pick of the week. So, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right.
I watched. Hold up 1 second. Sorry about that. I watched Boogeyman. This was terrible.
The remake?
2005. Yeah. Oh my god, this was so.
Yeah, that movie's asshole.
Pretty damn awful.
For some weird,
it was not fun.
I went and seen that at the cinema. Oh, dude, it was so.
Why would you go see a pure garbage for kids under 13 horror movie in the theaters?
Oh, dude, I was super.
Insidious. We have already had the discussion. Insidious, the only good pure garbage for kids under 13 horror film. So.
I don't know if that's 100% true.
Okay, name another one.
Off the top of my head, in the past, well, there's the PG that was done before. Man,
yeah,
I don't know.
Not old, new.
Why are you gonna put me on a spot? There is another one. I just can't remember what it was.
All right. Anyway.
So yeah, Boogeyman. This came out in like 2005, and was that around the time the Dawn of the Dead remake came out?
Yeah, 2004 Dawn of the Dead remake.
Okay, so this was around the time where I was like pirating movies off the internet, and I downloaded Boogeyman. and it was terrible. And I didn't remember that it was terrible. And this all came back to me when I was watching it, and I was like, wow, it opened up strong enough. You know, there was a nice tension building scene with the kid all snuggled up under his blankets, like scared as shit of the boogeyman. And for after that scene, it was like straight fucking downhill, and it was boring, and it was just like Hollywood crap. It just screamed Hollywood, like PG-13 cash in. Let me try to fucking make a fancy trailer with some spooky shit so you take your kids to see it because they can, because it's, you know, it says PG-13 and stuff, and it's just honestly painful to sit through. I had no fun at all.
Sounds like When a Stranger Calls remake. Oh, that movie.
I haven't seen that, but
it's brutal.
You know, the Boogeyman, it doesn't even make sense though, like the end of the film. Did you actually even make any sense of it from what I remember?
Dude, I totally
I remember like the end happening and going, that doesn't even make sense. Like, how did that even happen?
What the fuck? What was I didn't understand what the.
No, it doesn't make sense. Like, they just all of a sudden like threw these weird things into the end of the film, and I'm like, what the fuck? That doesn't even make sense. Stupid fuck. This is a PG-13 film? Yeah, right.
Like, how did he conquer the boogeyman?
Nobody understands this film. I don't know. It's fucking dumb.
And I want to say that somebody recently told me that Boogeyman 2 was like quite awesome.
What?
Yeah.
The original Boogeyman 2 is interesting.
Yeah, so there's a film series. Are these related? Is this a remake? Or is it just another film called Boogeyman?
It's not a remake of the first Boogeyman.
I mean, was it marketed as a remake, or was it just simply
I don't
Boogeyman?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I think it's totally related, yeah. I think some people seem to think it is, but it's not. It's the original Boogeyman movie is terrible too. It's a bad slash.
So I gave that film a 3.5 out of 10. That's a pretty damn low rating for a film. How did you even give it? Barely.
Huh? How'd you even give it 3.5?
Because you know it's crisply shot enough to where you can actually watch it. Like, unlike stuff like when you're getting down to the 2s and lower, like that's some shot on video like garbage stuff that I'm rating 2s.
Boggy Creek.
Like,
Let's Boggy Creek. I love that movie, man.
Boggy Creek. What's the movie? Mississippi. What's the one? JP.
Beneath the Mississippi. It's like the worst fucking film ever made. That I've seen. But, like, you know, like, you got to give it credit for, like, tolerable actors, at least. I mean, like, some of them are you know, tolerable, and you have to give it credit for, you know, fair lighting, at least. You know, there's things in it that they've done right. It's just a terrible story, and it's just garbage, and it's, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. That movie's not a fun one. It's bad.
All right. Is that it?
Yeah, that's I don't have anything else to say about that shit.
All right. Who wants to go next? Me or you, Moodz?
Go ahead.
All right. I guess we could talk about the first one I want to talk about is the 1932 film The Old Dark House, directed by James Whale, starring Boris Karloff. This is basically, I guess you could call it a horror comedy film a little bit. It's about this couple and this guy's driving one night, and it's raining, and of course their car gets fucked up, and they seek refuge in this house, and Boris Karloff is the butler, and of course, you know, this family who lives in this house is, you know, your typical strange early 1930 family, and we learn that this family, you know, is on the run, and, you know, they're all religious and all this bullshit, and as the film goes on, you know, Boris Karloff's character gets a little bit too drunk and starts, I guess you could say there's this brother that's held up, and Boris Karloff releases the brother. It's like Chunk from the Goonies a little bit, and shit starts to go down, and it's pretty interesting. Lots of fire. It's typical fire. It's a Universal film. Not many people talk about. Typical Universal black and white early 30s. James Whale, you know, is classic director. It's put out by Kino. It's a nice addition. So, It's good. I like
I
it.
totally missed the title on that. What
The
was the title?
The Old Dark House is also remade
Oh.
in like 1963, I think it was remade in. But
Something rather,
yeah, it's pretty good. It's interesting. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Coolio. Sounds interesting. Go check that out.
Yeah.
So the first film I'm going to talk about this week is a film from, I don't fucking know, 2006, 2005, 2006, I believe. Something rather. Very professional, isn't that? Yeah, released by Image. And it's called Fingerprints. This is a movie that I had seen people show off, and no one ever talked about it, though. It was weird. I always see the cover, and that cover always looked interesting to me. So went ahead, picked it up. Very interesting film, I gotta say. It's about this girl, Melanie. She basically moves back to this small city where she grew up. She's fresh out of rehab. She had an incident happen with her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what had happened is her boyfriend was into drugs or whatnot, and they kind of had a misstep, and her boyfriend actually ended up like ODing and stuff, and she got all fucked up from it. So they sent her away. Anyway, she's back in the small town. And she's kind of a head case a little bit. Everyone's kind of treating her a little differently and shit like that. But anyways, this small town has like a dark kind of history, kind of secret thing. Apparently, back like 30 years before, there was this bus accident that killed like all these kids and stuff like that. And basically, what happens is, you know, her problems that are developed in the film, you know, kind of step. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain actually a little bit, but basically what it comes down to, she tries to figure out what exactly happens with this urban legend. Like it's kind of like an urban legend about these kids and that died and stuff like that. And she's trying to figure out exactly what happened with the story because she starts to learn things about this urban legend, quote unquote. She starts to learn things and she really starts looking into it. This movie has a really interesting premise. It's kind of like a ghost story / slasher. I can't really go into too much about the plot because there's certain things you can't say about it, and there is some twists and turns towards the end of the film that really kind of bring everything together. But it's a very intriguing film. It's like I said, it's a nice blend of like a ghost story about these kids that were killed in this bus accident, and shit like that, man. So I really highly recommend this film. It kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop. I wasn't fully aware that it was going to be like a ghost / slasher type film. Good performances. The lead in this film, played by I think not Leah Pipes. I can't remember what her name is. Very cool film though. Have you guys heard anything about this one?
Nah.
What's the title?
Fingerprints.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's an interesting blend of like ghost and slash, and mixed in with like this urban legend, and it's kind of like it's almost like a mystery horror thriller. It's very well done. I gotta say, I highly recommend giving this one a watch. I think you guys would really enjoy it. I'd probably give it about a 7.5 out of 10. Like I said, it's got some pretty mean-spirited characters in the film too, though. But because the lead gets treated like shit in this film.
Mm-hmm.
Her fucking mom is such a bitch.
Crazy bitch.
Oh man, her mom in this one is so brutal the way she treats her. Like she does not believe a word that's coming out of her mouth, right? And like
psycho bitch, maybe, huh?
Oh fuck, man, she's terrible. I don't even know how I didn't think of this when we were answering that question. Mom is such a bitch. Man.
The bitch's mom, the aunt from The Girl Next Door, one of the psychoest bitches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fingerprints from 2005 or 2006, whatever. Check it out. I find it kind of interesting on the cover here. It doesn't have Lou Diamond Phillips' name on it, but he's actually in most of the film. Like he's not just like a cameo role. He's actually he's a teacher in the film, and he's got quite a big role in the film. Name isn't even on the cover. Very interesting. I thought that was kind of weird. Yeah, Fingerprints. Check it out. Good film.
Nice. Sounds interesting.
All right. Is it back to me?
Yeah.
I watched a film from 2006, video game horror. It's called Stay Alive. Anybody familiar with this one?
Yeah, it's an asshole.
I have it.
I would argue that it has its qualities. I actually don't mind. It's kind of like one of those guilty pleasures. There's moments in the film where it's almost like painful. Like, did you just say that for real? Like some of the dialogue is just bad when it's like they're trying too hard, or maybe like real video game players didn't write the certain scenes, and like it comes off. You could really tell that. Basically, these group of friends start playing a game. It's very Ring like, where the game basically they say a seance before the game starts, and it pretty much they're haunted by the game now, and it sounds absolutely terrible, but I think it has its cool moments. Like the one character, the brother character, he's like an asshole, but he's a funny asshole. I think his character works pretty well. Frankie Muniz is in this film. It's odd. His character kind of sucks. But
I remember him. I remember him from the film.
Yeah, I mean, it got its
Fucking
moments.
Malcolm.
It's kind of fun. I mean, I think like sometimes they really miss the target when they're trying to create this group of friends who are video gamers. But at the same time, I think they hit it sometimes. Like the whole like them all bringing their PCs over and like get like I have friends who would do that shit, and like it kind of reminded me of them a bit.
Yeah.
So it's not a great film, but I think it's worth maybe a watch. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I honestly didn't mind the movie. I didn't think it was like complete shit, but yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I don't really like using the word guilty pleasure because I don't feel guilty for liking the shit that I like.
Yeah,
but
I think I that's a whole nother topic, but guilty pleasure is one of those words that it's kind of like just to get my point across to like what kind of film it is. Like I don't feel guilty for watching anything except
I think it's one of those films that it's a bad film, but you do like it though. It has likable and redeemable qualities to it. It does you basically want to finish the film though. It's one of those movies that you just want to see the end, right?
Yeah, and I've seen it before. I've seen it a few times, and I honestly I picked it off I didn't randomize this one. I actually picked it up, and I was like, Stay Alive. I haven't seen this in a while. Let's give it a watch because I recently picked it up. And honestly, this is probably the worst experience I've had with it because it's a film that one or two watches is okay, but once you start getting past that, it's like Also, I do want to say you got to watch the unrated edition. Do not watch the PG-13 edition.
Yeah. I haven't watched it in a while, but isn't there parts in the film where like the rules kind of keep changing to do with like the video game play and stuff like that? Aren't they like changing the rules a little bit? And it seems
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe I'm just remembering it differently. But yeah, I haven't watched it in a couple years. So, but yeah, I don't know.
Jeremy, you hate this one?
I haven't seen it since it was in theaters. I haven't seen the unrated edition.
Oh, so you watched the pure garbage under 13 version.
Yeah, I saw it in fucking theaters when it came out, JP. What the fuck do you think it's gonna see? The unrated version? No. Shut up.
Yeah. No, I can see why you wouldn't like that. I've seen that version because that's the first version I've seen, and it chops like any fun off of it. It's just garbage after that.
I can honestly say I've never seen a theatrical cut of that film, so I couldn't even imagine how bad that would be.
Yeah, it's you can grab this unrated edition for under $1. I mean, maybe give it another shot, Jeremy. You like games and stuff, so you might find some kind of enjoyment out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
Thank you.
Am I next?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to talk about Jug Face a little bit now because I know, Moodz, you talked about it a few weeks ago. Film basically follows this. When do you think this movie takes place, Moodz? Like recent, like present day?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be in present day. Yeah.
All right, so it's this group of people who live in the woods, and they follow this ritual of sacrificing a person to this hole in the ground called the pit. They don't say how often it is. I think it's like every year or something, or whenever it is.
It's whenever it calls for it, right?
All right. So whenever it calls for a sacrifice, one of the characters makes a jug face. Whoever face is on the jug is the person who gets sacrificed. And as the film goes on, we learn that the main character is pregnant. I'm not going to tell you who knocked her up, but she's pregnant, and of course she doesn't want to get sacrificed to the pit, so she hides the jug face of of herself, and other people keep getting sacrificed, but the pit's still pissed off and keeps killing people, and that's pretty much it. Like Mood says, it's a pretty original idea. And
yeah, it sounds extremely original. Like, just
the point of,
I mean, there's, go ahead.
Yeah, the point of the sacrificing to the pit was because they kind of worship the pit, and what the pit does, it actually apparently keeps
protects
them
them.
safe. Yeah, protects them from evil and stuff. So when it doesn't get what it needs, it actually kind of turns on them.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole point of the pit. It's like their god. It's really fucking odd.
Yeah.
It's a really weird film.
Yeah.
But
it has
a really interesting premise though. Like, I really enjoyed it. There were certain things that I did question, but I'm gonna watch it again though.
Yeah, it stars the woman from The Woman, the actress from The Woman.
Yeah.
I think it's produced by the people who fucking made The Woman as well, but it's definitely one you should check out. I know David fucking loves the movie. I know it was like his favorite film last year, so
yeah.
It's his first film, the director.
It really is kind of like a breath of fresh air, though, to see something so original and just different, kind of offbeat.
Yeah.
You know, it's very interesting, like the family that she comes from and like what they're all about. And I thought the parts with her and her, I guess who would be her grandpa, were fucking awkward, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So weird. Like that whole, every time she went to go visit him, like in his trailer or whatever, it was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and I thought it was so gross when she dumps out his shit bucket.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually fucking dry heaved when I was watching the film. I was like, that's so disgusting, man.
I knew you were going to dry heave. That's something you would try.
I have such a bad gag reflex when it comes to like shit. It's just like so blatantly like she has to deal with his mess. Oh, it's fucking gross, man.
Well, you wouldn't like about the next movie I'm going to talk about then. So
it's funny. I like to watch things like that, but it does something to me, man. It's like, ugh, I don't know.
It's definitely a good one. I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Awesome. Now, all right. So I haven't seen this film. Would you recommend me checking it out in a red box or just straight up buying it?
You can get a good price on it. I would buy it.
Yeah, you can get a good price on it.
If you can buy it cheap, you pick it up because I think it has rewatchability to it, man. I think it's one that you could definitely revisit a couple times.
Yeah.
Very cool film, though.
Cool.
So, me? Am I up?
Yep.
All right, so next film I'm going to talk about here is from 2007, and it's called Delivery. I don't know if you guys ever seen this one around. It's got the guy on the cover, big kind of bushy dude. And his name is, what the fuck, I can't remember. His name is Montgomery Goth in the film.
You did not name your kid Montgomery.
That's a weird fuck. Yeah, I think
Don't
they call
that.
Monty. I think they call him Monty in the film.
I'm trying to convince my coworker to name her unborn son Nikolai Bully. She's not really having it.
So, anyways, this movie's basically about him. He's a he's a pizza boy, basically is what he is. And he's got a history. He had some pretty traumatic shit that happened to him in his, as a child and stuff. And it basically kind of comes out later in the film. But it's about this character, and he's struggling through life. He has this real shit pizza delivery job, and everybody is so fucking mean to him because he's a bigger guy. He's really tall and he's really heavy. I shit you not, dude. Every character in this film I wanted to shoot. They are so fucking mean to him. Every scene is like, you fucking fat ass, you piece of shit. Like, he gets, like, the build up in this film to when he snaps is so justified, man. Like, when he finally fucking snaps in this one, you're just like, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Because it's so justified. Like, everybody, his boss is the worst. Like, he's getting shit all the time because, all of his customers are always tripping balls at him. Maybe he's 5 minutes late or something like that. And so customers, they complain about him, and his boss gives him shit, and like everyone's giving him shit, and it's fucking just brutal to watch, man. So about the first hour of the film is basically this guy getting harassed and tortured by, just name calling and other brutal shit that keeps happening to him. And that's one of the biggest problems with this film, though. It runs about 95 minutes long, and it's really only about the last 20 minutes of where you get to see him kind of snap and stuff. The buildup is, I'd like to see that, but it was kind of overdone. It was kind of overkill. It was like about 70 minutes of it, But, it was okay. I guess the payoff was decent, but nothing that great. But it basically just kind of turns into a slasher film. It's got this long, drawn-out build-up. with some real fucking nasty, shitty characters that you just want to
Now,
see.
now you're
die.
saying the Lost doesn't have a long fucking build up either.
Oh yeah, that does. But this one is like great, but for like a the premise of this film to be a slasher film, that's so much build up. Like there's really nothing even happening. Like it doesn't even seem like a horror film until he kind of snaps.
Mm-hmm.
But Matt Nelson, the guy that plays the delivery boy guy in this, he does a really good job though. I got to say, like he's very believable at taking all this harassment and punishment. Like you can see it in his eyes. Like it seems like it's actually really affecting him. Like he knows he's big and overweight and stuff, and he's just getting called a fat ass cunt. It's fucking terrible to watch, man. This is awful. I hate when people say shit like that to other people, and it's just like it's literally like 70 minutes of like being bullied, man, and then snaps. But
what movie is it? What's it called?
It's called Delivery.
Oh, okay. I have this on my wish list. Actually, I've had it on my wish list for a while.
It's not bad, but like I said, though, I think the structure was a little off. I think they could have toned it down on the build up to him snapping. I mean, you kind of get the point after 30 minutes that this dude is going to snap, and you don't need 30 scenes of this guy being called a fat ass and a fucking idiot and shit. It's really brutal, man. Like he kind of has a love interest with this girl in the film and stuff, and her brother is just like, how the fuck can you fuck? Like this guy actually snaps on his sister in the film and beats her up because she slept with this fat guy. Like that's how fucking mean spirited some of these characters are in the film. It's just awful to watch. But overall, it's not a bad film. It's not great, but I'd probably give it maybe like a 6.5. I think, like I said, the buildup was just too drawn out for it, but maybe not enough payoff because it was pretty short. So, but I will admit though, I was pretty excited when he started killing off people.
Hey Moodz,
thank you.
Hey Moodz. The cheapest copy of Bloody Bloody Bible Camp is $181 right now.
Wow, I'm glad I picked that up.
No, wait, $117.
That should go out of print quick or something?
Yeah, apparently it just went out of print, someone was saying. So.
Fucking crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, so that's Delivery. Not a bad film. I think that, like I said, the lead did a good job. So.
Yeah, so, my turn, right?
Yeah, I only have the pick of the week, so.
Alright, so... Strange Behavior from 1981.
Synapse.
I watched that film. Yeah, Synapse. This is one of the films we got really cheap.
Yep.
I believe that this is an Australian produced film, correct?
Yeah, it's an Australian film, yeah.
Okay. It's about a town where these kids are going, these students are going to a place where they're kind of making money to be like experimented on by scientists. The scientists are up to something sinister, of course. And basically it's like mind control.
Wait, JP, can I cut you off right now, quick?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. I just saw something about Texas Chainsaw. I was like, oh wait. Never mind.
Sorry, you're not telling me about it now?
Go ahead.
Awkward.
Awkward? What's awkward? Keep going.
Yeah, so this one was kind of fun. I thought it was going like down the slasher route. Like I thought it was, of its time, 1981. I thought it was setting up like a slasher, but it kind of moved away from that a bit. I thought that there was some cool scene. Like I was kind of expecting it to go certain ways. Like there's a scene at a pool party where a character is being kind of like stalked down after another character was murdered, and then it keeps cutting inside to the party, and then outside to them getting stalked, and they can hear, somebody thinks they hear something in the party, and I expected them just to be like, oh, it was nothing, but actually they end up saving the character and stuff, which I was like, that's a little different. I wasn't expecting that. Some of the stabbings in this film I thought were pretty effective because they're like these sloppy stabbings where it's not very precise, and it's kind of just unsettling when somebody's just kind of like poking at you, like trying to stab. It always works better for me than when somebody's just being all blunt about it and just like stab. I always find those ones where it's like kind of a sloppy stab is like way more unsettling. This dude, there's a scene where this guy like just starts pissing out blood everywhere.
I know, it's awful.
I played Little League when I was a kid, and I got hit with the ball when I was up to bat, and I was peeing out blood later that night. It was like one of the worst experiences I remember from childhood. And it just instantly sent like memories back to that, and I was like, oh fuck. Like but that wasn't nowhere near, like that was a stream of fucking blood. Mine was just a little red. It kind of gets a little less interesting towards the end, but I thought the overall ending of it was alright. It's an okay watch. I wasn't blown away or anything. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10.
I have no idea. I can't remember what I rated this when I reviewed it in my 81 series, but I do like the premise of the film. I agree that it does kind of turn out to be a little different than you're expecting, right?
Yeah, it keeps setting it up as like a, you know, because 1981 of the time, kind of slasher era, like you kind of expect it to go that way, and it really doesn't.
Yeah, yeah. There's it like the part with the eye. No, thank you.
Oh yeah.
You know me and I, like every time I see something like that's why Fulci's, you know, his eye scenes are just so effective. But this one right here makes me fucking cringe too, man. Ugh, it's awful. So awful. I believe that's the cover actually. But
yeah,
I think it's a good film. I think it's an interesting film. It's definitely kind of unique for the time because, like you said, 1981 was, you know, the height of the slasher film and stuff, and this one just kind of routed itself in a different way. I think it's pretty ballsy, actually. You know, try something a little different.
Yeah, especially coming from, you know, Australian stuff.
Yeah.
But do you ever like feel that about like when like somebody's stabbing somebody in the film? If it's like this sloppy like poking stab, like I'm just trying to jab you wherever I can get you, like that always kind of, and it's like not really going in super deep. It's not like a huge heavy thrusting stab. It's just like these little pokes, and it's like like those ones always bother me.
I never really thought of it like that, but yeah,
they're just kind of, there's something like more unnerving about somebody just trying to like poke you to death with a knife and like stab you to death that way than just, you know, brutally like deep stabs. It's just these little like poking stabs that are like worse to me for some reason.
Yeah. so
yeah, that's it for my films. I'll go to pick a week next. Jeremy?
I only have my pick of the week left. I only watched 2 this week.
Yeah. All right. So I guess my third film this week is from 2012. It says on here. No, 2011. I know JP has seen this film, and it's called Lovely Molly. Finally got around to watching this movie, man. It's been sitting on my shelf for so fucking long. Yeah, Lovely Molly. Very simple plot to the film. It's just basically about this couple that moves into her dead father's home. And soon after moving into this house, she starts going fucking nuts. You do learn things about her, that she was, you know, an ex-junkie, more specifically heroin.
Jeremy's gonna hate it.
But there's not really a lot of drug. I mean, there is moments in the film.
There kind of is, though. Like it's kind of a big plot in the story.
Yeah. I mean, up until you know, it starts getting pretty crazy, but it gets kind of brought up, you know, here and there and stuff. But she starts having like these crazy visions, and she just starts, basically, it's like a spiral into fucking hell. Is what she's kind of going into. Yeah, and she basically just fucking starts losing her shit. And you know, there's not really a lot you can actually say about the plot because you can't really say a lot about the end of this one.
It's ambiguous and stuff.
Yeah, so you know, it's basically about this couple. You know, they have a little bit of problems because her husband is a truck driver, so he's gone a lot,
which is not good for a recovering addict at all.
And that's kind of I really like the setup in this film though, because you know she works like in like a department store kind of deal, and he's a truck driver, so that, you know, their characters, their professions or whatever, their jobs, they're like real people. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're not like real professional jobs and stuff, like, you know, suit and tie type jobs. These are like real people jobs and stuff, and they have real problems. You know, they have marital issues. She obviously has her drug problem stuff. I really like the build up to this, and I thought the ending was pretty fucking nuts. Actually, I got to say, I really enjoyed this movie. It was a really good watch for me. I just don't want to say anything about basically the third act about this film. So, but basically, really good, really good, well shot film, good visions. You know, it had good direction in this film. I thought it was acted really well. There's some really genuinely creepy fucking moments too in this one.
How about
too.
that deer, man?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think there's a scene where she walks outside and she's completely fucking naked, but the look in her face, man, is just like it's so lost. Like I thought that she did a really good job, turning into what she was turning into, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Very interesting third act to the film, though. It's just kind of it, like you said, it's very ambiguous, and there is things that you kind of have to, think about and stuff. But wow, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was great. What did you rate this when you reviewed it, JP?
I want to say I gave it a 7 or a 7.5.
Yeah, something like that. I think I'm probably going to give it about an 8 out of 10. I thought it was just a really effective film, just believable. I mean, to a point, but like the characters were very believable type characters with real fucking issues, and I think that really works in a film like this. So
this is one of those cases where I actually watch this film with somebody else, and anytime I do that, I think I automatically like a film less, unless it's something, like that's good for that type of environment. This is not a film you watch with other people. It's not one that you can have a fun party atmosphere with or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what else to really say about it. I thought that some of the effects in the film were pretty brutal. I just don't want to say the wrong thing about this one, but I do recommend Lovely Molly. I think it was effective for the type of film it was. So, and it's funny because I'd heard some people talk about this one before I even bought it, and they said, it wasn't that great, and blah blah blah, and then it kind of fell off. Like I didn't really hear anyone talk about it for a long time. You reviewed it, and then all of a sudden it was like popping up everywhere. Like Lovely Molly's awesome, so I had to pick it up.
Yeah, it was directed by one of the people involved with the Blair Witch Project, also.
Eduardo Sanchez. Yeah.
Yep. Correct.
That's right. So yeah, I think it's actually a really good film. So, what is the fucking? I think the girl that plays Molly. What's her name?
Gretchen Lodge.
Gretchen Lodge. Doesn't she have like a really unique kind of look to her?
Yeah, that's what I love. I think I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but I really like that actress for that role.
Yeah, I thought it was very effective. So, but yeah, Lovely Molly, check it out. Great film. I had a lot of fun with it.
Pick of the week time, Jeremy. Do you want me to go first?
I don't care. I could go first if you want.
You can go.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to talk about the newly released Lars von Trier film, Nymphomaniac, is my pick of the week. All right. So many people are probably confused about why I'm including this in a horror podcast. And this film has some fucked up things in it that I would say even in a horror movie would be pretty fucked up. But anyway.
A lot of people are probably questioning what the hell this even is.
All right, Nymphomaniac's new Lars von Trier movie has lots of hype for having. I'll get into that. So, film basically starts off with we see this woman laying, of course, in the snow. If you guys are familiar with Lars von Trier, he loves using snow as imagery. If you guys have seen Antichrist or any of that stuff, so she's laying in the snow. This old man comes and picks her up and brings him to her house to, try and rest up. And she tells him the story of her life and how she is a nymphomaniac and how that evolved from when she was a little girl until now. So the film is broken up into 9 chapters, I think. And each chapter is a little bit another part about her life and how her, I guess you could say, addiction involved. So this film has a lot of hype behind it about having sex actually shown on film. It's a pretty real sex being shown on film. A lot of us
actual penetration,
actually seeing it. There's only really one scene or 1 or 2 scenes in the film that you actually see actual penetration, but there's lots of close-up BJs and close-up vagina, hairy muff shots and stuff like that. But
let me ask you a question really quickly. Is this just a film about people? Like, is the narrative actually there, or is it? It is the narrative. I think the narrative is Lars von Trier is definitely.
I've said this before. He's a master at making uncomfortable situations of his characters come off on the viewers. There's one scene, the main character, she has all these different men that she fucks every day. She has like 10 men lined up, and
well, how would you feel about being 10th in line there?
Yeah. This one dude is married, and she tells him that she can't see him anymore because he's married, and she loves him, but she really doesn't love him, but she tells him that she loves him, and she'll only see him again if he leaves his wife, and she thinks he's not going to leave his wife, and of course he leaves his wife, and he comes in, and Uma Thurman, who is the wife, and her 3 kids come to the lady's house, and it's just a really uncomfortable situation because Uma Thurman is a crazy bitch. Another person that is a crazy bitch, but the movie's kind of hard to talk about. It's just shot beautifully, and it has some really awesome cinematography, which is, a typical of a Lars von Trier movie. But like I said, I really enjoyed it. I kind of like Melancholia a little better, but I think it's definitely a better film than Antichrist. I'm not a huge fan of Antichrist. I think the major payoff of Antichrist, if you guys know the movie, is
don't say too much about it.
I'm not. Right. It's a little overrated, but no. This film has a lot of other controversies. It's getting released in 2 parts, and each part is 2 hours long, and there's supposed to be a 6-hour cut out there that has a lot more
crazy,
a lot of more fucked up things in it than this version. But like I said, lots of erect cocks and muffs and interesting things. I liked it a lot.
You were pretty high on checking this one out.
Yeah,
before it came out.
It was like one of my most anticipated movies of like the last year. I was really looking forward to it because I had a lot of hype about all this sex stuff, and the first part 1 is definitely less harsh than part 2. Part 1 only really has one close-up shot of penetration, but part 2 has a lot of more erect penises, if you want to say that. It's a great narrative and a great look of sexuality, and especially women's sexuality. And
I thought you didn't like addicts.
Yeah, well, this is
different.
Yeah, there's no meetings or anything like that. Well, there is one meeting, but it's like nothing like, she doesn't want to get better. Most addict movies get better some way or another.
So, you actually you paid $10 to rent this, correct?
Just the first part.
Okay, so you was like, so do you feel like you got your money's worth?
It matters if you like Lars von Trier and his type of interesting narrative.
I haven't seen one of his films.
If you like interesting narratives, and this movie definitely could be written about in a paper for sure.
Personally, though, do you feel like you got your money's worth? You're kind of like I guess you're kind of a bad example because
you have to pay twice basically to see the full movie if you want to.
Yeah, that's a little shady.
Unless you torrent it, because fucking Americans are too lazy to go see a 4-hour long movie because this movie's too long. I'm not gonna go see it. So fucking Magnet broke it up in 2 parts, and they cut it to shit. But yeah, I think it's worth the $10. If you guys want an interesting movie, it has a lot of big name actresses in it.
Shia
LaBeouf and Uma Thurman and Christian Slater's in it.
I'm actually quite a big fan of Shia. I think that dude's awesome.
He actually did.
I hope he does more.
He actually did a pretty good job, and you definitely see his cock a lot of times, but I heard it's not his. So
I actually heard it is
cock double. That's so. See, I heard the same thing.
I'm heard that it was certain that it is his. I remember
there's articles on there that there's prosthetics and porn doubles for all the actors and actresses.
I heard he also took acid for one of his film roles, like legit acid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This movie definitely does pique my interest. Like I really want to see it though.
Yeah, I'm down to check this out.
It's very interesting. It's very shocking to see mainstream. It's not really mainstream, but a film that has a pretty okay following to be released like this, you know.
Mm.
You know.
I gotta say, this has been my favorite review from Jeremy as long as we've done this podcast. Good job, dude.
Yeah, I usually don't talk about review. I mean, the movie's 4 hours long. I could go into each chapter by itself, and like there's like the second chapter she has right after she loses her virginity. Her and her friend go on this train, and they have a contest of who could bang the most guys before the train get to the fucking destination. And it's an it's an interesting film to see how this character
That's a pretty
involves.
awesome contest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a bag of
Yeah.
chocolates. It's for a bag of chocolates.
What?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
it's an interesting film. Only watch it if you like Lars von Trier and very indie, weird shot movies. I don't know. I say check it out. I gave it a 9 out of 10 actually.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Who? Oh, wait. Good.
Oh, I just think that's kind of interesting that you just watched like the first half of a film, because my pick of the week is the first half of a film too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thanks for letting me know about this, guys.
Part 2 is online. I mean, I could be a bad person and download it and watch it, but
Maybe mine could consider.
I know Moodz did that for his pick of the week, but that's okay.
No, I actually didn't have to download it. It's on a website.
It's on a website, but you bought the Blu-ray. It's in the mail, so it's acceptable.
Oh yeah. I do. The Blu-ray does get released March 18th. For my pick of the week is Return to Nukem High, the brand new Lloyd Kaufman film. Obviously, this is part 4. Yeah, this was a fucking blast. I had so much fun with it, and it literally is the first half of the film. Apparently, Quentin Tarantino actually told Lloyd Kaufman to release it in 2 parts, like he did with Kill Bill. I thought that was actually kind of an interesting thing.
I wonder if that's just something that Lloyd made up, or if that's legit
who knows?
happening.
Who knows? But yeah, I've actually read a couple different times about that. But yeah, it literally just ends, and it's like to be continued. I'm like, ah, shit. So it's like literally the first half of the film, but it's the same storyline as Class of Nukem High. It's basically what happens is the nuclear power plant from the first film that caused the events of the film is no longer there anymore, but the school is still there, and there's like a food factory, like this food kind of corporation that's built on top of the remains of the old nuclear power plant. And of course, some of the shit starts seeping into the food and stuff, and some of the, I guess it's the Glee class, gets infected by eating these green tacos in the school at lunchtime. They're eating these green toxic. Fuck, the scene is hilarious. But anyways, they get turned into Cretans, like Class of Nukem High, and it's up to these 2 girls, which are actually having a lesbian relationship in the film, to fight off the Cretans and save the school and stuff. So very simple storyline. Fuck, man, this movie is a blast. Like it had me laughing out loud in so many parts. Like I was just pissing myself, man. Great job by Lloyd Kaufman. Looks great. The characters.
Did he direct?
Yeah, he directed it. It's fucking awesome. It feels just like the old Class of Nukem High films. Like all the characters are totally out there. The jokes are ridiculous. But every scene is super entertaining. Like for the first, I guess 90 minutes of this film. Awesomely entertaining. I can't say enough good things about it. Lloyd Kaufman, of course, has his typical cameos in the film, and he's fucking hilarious in it too. He's actually the owner of the food corporation that's next door, and so it's pretty funny. But I couldn't say enough good things. I mean, if you've seen Class of Nukem High and the sequels and stuff, you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. It's basically the same film. But I don't know. I was just so bummed out when it said to be continued. I was like, come on. Knowing that there is actually no release date for the second half of the film right now,
so the second half is actually done.
Yeah, it is, but there's like no release date for it now, so that kind of, I'm like, when is it gonna come out? I need to see this like ASAP, man. But like I said, though, it's typical trauma. It's fun. I mean, if you like films like Poultrygeist and other shit that Lloyd Kaufman's done, Terra Firma, you're really gonna enjoy this film. It's so much fun, and there's just. I don't even want to give away the jokes. I don't want to ruin anything for anybody, but it's just, typical trauma with having cocks in the film. And there's one scene right at the beginning of the film. I'm not going to say it, but it's just brutal. It actually involves weren't we talking about pissing blood earlier? Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
So it's on those lines, and it gets pretty nasty and pretty fucked
Ugh.
up. But I highly recommend this film, though. If I had to rate it, I'd probably give it probably 9 out of 10. It's one of the best trauma films I've seen in a long time. Lloyd Kaufman still has it, in my opinion. Can't wait for the outcome of this movie. It's gonna be so awesome. So
Yeah, I have no opinions on this, obviously.
yeah, and I thought that was so weird that me and Jeremy both watched like the first half of a film.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Yeah,
weird.
that's like a 1 in a million odds or something.
It totally is, man. It's bizarre, but
So I actually got a question. Do you think now I was thinking about this. Do you know how Charlie Band's having that new full moon streaming thing, and he plans to make the new Killjoy film broken up into like 5 volumes? Now, do you think Quentin Tarantino told him to do that? Because I bet he would say he did.
Well, I'm sure Tarantino told Lars Van Trier to break up Nymphomaniac into 9 chapters too.
Yeah, nine chapters over 2 parts.
2 parts, yeah.
It could actually be 3 parts if they actually fucking release it entirely.
Yeah, no doubt, right?
Yeah.
The pick of the week?
Fucking censors.
Return to Nukem High. People, get the Blu-ray. It's coming out in a week and a half, something. So check it out. It's fucking amazing. I can't wait to see it on Blu-ray actually, because for watching like how I did. I mean, it looked really good on my computer, but man, shit. It's got to be one of the best looking fucking trauma films I think out there. Like really, man, it's shot really well.
I saw it in digital projection. It looks pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I think the Blu-ray is going to be actually awesome. So,
yeah.
And the weird thing about the movie when it starts, it's like actually it says Anchor Bay Films.
Yeah.
And the Blu-ray is actually being released by Anchor Bay, but it's like a trauma release though. I don't get it. It's fucking bizarre. So, anyways,
my turn.
JP. Yep, your turn, JP.
All right. So, like my pick of the week is probably not considered a horror film by most people. Probably. Moodz yelled at me and said that this is not a horror film and I can't talk about it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. But The Terminator, dude, from 1984. Now, I know that you might like, where am I getting horror at all on this? But I would argue that the first film is pretty dark, man. It has this like it actually the reason I kind of lumped this in there almost is. When I was a kid, it actually kind of scared me a bit. And I would argue that if you would take the Terminator from Terminator 2, the one with the blades, and you would put him in the first film as the Terminator, because he would be using stabbing weapons, I guarantee you people would consider it a horror film. Because Arnold Schwarzenegger is hunting down people and stalking them, and it's dark, and he's just, he's basically like a slasher when he's chasing down the Sarah Connors. And if he was using a bladed weapon, I think it would qualify, man. Not to mention it's creepy at times with some of the like weird I don't know if it's stop motion effects with the exoskeleton or the
how does that Blu-ray look actually? Because I have all the Terminator films just on DVD, but how does that Blu-ray look?
Looks pretty good.
Because I think I've heard that Blu-ray release is really bad.
No, the original Blu-ray is bad. The new one's supposed to be good.
Is that the new one? Because I know that they remastered. Because when they put out that Terminator box set last year with all the films, I think those were like the remastered versions or something. So
yeah, I don't think it. I mean, I was honestly kind of like sleepy when I was watching it, so I wasn't like overly paying attention to it, but I don't think it was like super great. I think it was all right though. I don't really remember seeing problems with it.
Yeah.
You know what? I think this. Wait. I might actually have the remastered version.
Do you have the MGM release? Do you have the original cover art or the new cover art?
I think I have the. I have the new release. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good, but I didn't want to like say it and then like it was like what like maybe my good isn't like your good, but yeah, it was pretty. I'm pretty sure it was pretty damn solid actually. Now that I think about it.
All right.
So yeah, the Terminator, man, it's a fucking great movie. It really is. It's so. Moods, I know you said it's been a while since you've seen it, right?
Yeah, I haven't watched that movie in a long time, actually. Kind of ashamed to say that, but
Yeah, I mean,
been a while.
Terminator 2 is one of my all-time favorite films, and it's definitely nowhere near as dark as the first film. It's not even close to being horror. But I think I would argue that the first film is almost there, man.
Hmm.
And sci-fi horror kind of goes hand in hand. I don't really need to get into Terminator, do I? I think everybody's seen
No.
it. I just pretty much, how I didn't do my pick of the week is I got to pick the film that I've watched that was the best that I watched the week, or I can go. I was gonna go the opposite way and pick my avoid of the week as Boogeyman, but I just I just decided to go with the Terminator. I only watched 6 movies this week, and
only
Silence of
six
the Lambs.
movies.
Silence of the Lambs. Actually, I think I watched 7. But Silence of the Lambs could have also been my pick of the week.
I watch a lot of westerns this week.
I actually watched. I watched a fair amount of. I didn't. It didn't seem like I watched a lot of movies this week, and then I wrote them all down. And I was like, "Holy shit! I did watch a lot of fucking movies, man." I even watched like Sen and Tunchi again with my buddy Dylan. He really wanted to watch it, so he came over and checked it out. He fucking loved it.
Yeah, that's good.
Um, but yeah, I actually watched one of the worst movies I've seen in such a long time. It's called Bleeding Through. Oh, fuck, was it bad, man? Like, oh, I wanted to punch myself in the face for actually
Wow, it
making it
sounds
through
like
that
you.
film.
Seems like you would in Bloody Homecoming with me.
Yeah, this movie was bad.
Hate that movie.
It was so bad. I also did watch another film called Headspace. Very, very interesting
Is that the
film.
one with D. Wallace?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, D. Wallace is in the film. There's actually quite a few random people like throughout the film. It's got a really interesting premise. I would recommend that film. Maybe I'll talk about it next week or something. But it's an interesting kind of mindfuck of a film.
Yep. All right.
So
We're just hitting the 2-hour mark, guys, and we still have one review
Right on
left.
schedule.
Still have one review left to go. So we're gonna be talking about I think it was released in the UK in 2011, but got released here in the States in 2012.
Yeah, but it's under 2011.
Yeah, 2011, and that
IMDb.
is Jack Ketchum's film, The Woman, which is kind of based on The Girl Next Door, but we'll talk about that.
Is it based on The Girl Next Door?
No, but dude, don't you think they have a lot of fucking similar things?
yeah,
I think there's common theme. Yeah, I mean it's similar. I
think it's based on The Girl Next Door, which is based on.
I think this is a whole different story, like the book adaptation.
Yeah.
I know that he has a lot of common themes in his stories. It's all about human, like real life horror, like people being mean to each other.
Well, I want to hear
being kind.
I want to hear Mood's opinion on this film because I think he doesn't like it. So, Moodz, why do you hate this film?
Well, JP, do you want to give the quick?
Give the story.
Okay, the quick story, the quick version of this story is we have on the outside what you would see is a normal like upper class family who the father obviously has some darkness beneath him, and he's out hunting one day when he finds a woman who is like a feral woman. He decides to capture her, bring her home, tie her up in the cellar, and introduce his family to her and say, hey, we're going to take care of her, and we're going to, kind of rehabilitate her into society almost, but that's not really what he's trying to do. That's just kind of his little thing that he's saying.
I don't know. Sounds like The Girl Next Door to me.
Really?
Well, let's see.
Besides the only...
Well, The Girl Next Door, I mean,
the only same thing is, like, they tie up a girl and
I guess
like, torture her.
Yeah, okay. I don't know.
So, yeah, the woman... That's basically...
Yeah, it's got a very simple premise to it. Yeah, and it's just... Man, okay.
I'm curious now. What are you going to say about this thing?
I just cannot get into this movie, man. I've watched it 3 times now. And I understand that you're supposed to not like the father. I mean, he's completely not likable. He's a fucking total asshole. there's parts in the film where he literally beats his fucking wife up. Like, he's just a fucking asshole, man. So, you're not supposed to like this guy. I fucking hate him so much, and I just don't. The film, okay, he captures this woman, but I just don't really understand the whole, like, what he's trying to, like, what is actually what he's trying to really do with her.
His
because
objective.
yeah,
He's
like, is there real? But like,
What
oh, go ahead.
What he's trying to do is just whatever he wants. Like it's all up to, like, he's using her for his own satisfaction in things that he wants to do, whether it be for sexual use or for just something that he's interested in. He sees a naked woman in the woods and he's like interested in her, and he's having fun with her. It's for his own entertainment. That's purely what it is.
I guess. I mean, yeah, I completely understand that. That's pretty much what I took from it too. But then you see, like, the end, I guess, with kind of like the twist, with
the reveal.
The reveal of, like, what's really going on there. So, I mean, was he eventually just gonna, do that with her? Just kind of.
Well, I mean, I don't want to get into that because that's really spoiler territory, but I think there was a line drop that explains something else. It's a really quick line. I can't really.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, overall, I just don't find it. I just don't find it enjoyable to watch, though. I just don't really care. I don't know, man. I just wish that there was fuck. You say fucking spoilers and shit. Well, I guess, like, the revenge. Like, you pretty much know what's gonna happen, though. Like, that she's eventually probably gonna get loose and get her revenge. What's that?
Sorry, I said, do you know that though? Because I didn't. I was thinking it could go like the girl next door.
Yeah, the girl next door didn't have that.
It could go like the Lost. Like I did not.
Well,
know.
I knew just from her viciousness. I knew that she was. I knew that she was eventually, gonna break free and start tearing some shit up, getting some fucking revenge on this.
It's like that.
Okay.
It's like
I was exactly gonna say that. Like it's just like Dead Girl.
Yeah.
With the viciousness and stuff, and I think that. I think like, did that, like, you like Dead Girl, right?
I love Dead Girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you bite the guy's cock in Dead Girl? I can't remember. I haven't watched it in a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
All right. Now I remember.
So, I mean, yeah, I thought that she was gonna get revenge, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't definitely 100% sure.
I gotta say, though, the very first time I watched this movie, it was very predictable in what was going to happen and stuff, and I kind of figured that, I mean, obviously the reveal I didn't see that coming, but
I didn't see it. I didn't see it go down like that at all.
I just, overall, for me personally, like, I think Lucky McKee's done better films. Like, I think May is such a better film than this one. This is just my opinion. I just don't find it enjoyable to watch. Like, I just don't.
I
find going. Like, the father's such a fucking asshole. Like, but
okay, let me talk about the father real quick. I actually don't think he's that hateable of a character. I mean, he is.
Are you serious?
This is so awesome. It's two different perspectives of the same character.
He's so fucking unlikable.
Okay,
dude. Like, the way he treats his fucking wife and his family and shit. Like, like, I mean,
but you don't see that right away, dude. You see this guy who's very chipper. He's like, hey, how's it going? Like, and then to see that underside of it, you can tell right away that he has this darkness to him. But there's the scene where he's just like, he's so like delusional about things that he completely ignores. Like, he sees something a certain way, and that's the only way he sees it. And if anybody tries to snap him back into reality, he immediately shuts them down, and just, he's in his own world. And I thought that was obviously he's unlikable, but I thought it added enough layers to the character to where it was an interesting, and that's how I mean likable. It was interesting in that, like, it was likable in that he was interesting. I like that he was interesting.
That's interesting that you say that, because, like, I mean, you find out right away that, I mean, anybody that's just gonna, like, abduct a woman, basically knock her the fuck out with your gun, abduct her, tie her up in a base, like, it's right away in the film. Like, this is like in the first, what, 10 minutes of the fucking movie? I mean, this guy's a piece of shit, right? I don't know, man. I just don't, I guess if there had been more sadistic, I mean, this sounds kind of weird, but like maybe if they had been like, just balls to the wall being sadistic with her.
Like the girl next door.
Even more. Yeah, like the girl next door. Like, that's kind of intriguing to watch because you're like, fuck, is this ever brutal? But
I don't know.
There's
man.
just random scenes in this film, like when they try to feed her and stuff like that. She bites off his fucking finger, and like, when he introduces his family to her and shit, and then with the son, like where the part where the son obviously is doing some nasty shit to her, and then he just kind of blows it off, like, and then that's when he fucking knocks out his fucking wife.
I just think that there was so much to all the characters. Like this guy had so many different relationships. All right, he has the relationship with the wife where he sees her as an object. He sees her as, you act this way, and if you break this mold that I see fit for the way we are living, instant punishment. Like when she just goes to say something to him, and he taps her, he slaps her, and it's like what, like, and she just stops. Like it just was like an interesting look. It wasn't just like, I'm gonna beat my wife type stuff. There was multiple levels to it, and I think that when he like his relationship with the youngest daughter, it shows that he has like this side where she's so innocent that she doesn't see this bad person in him yet. She's too innocent and young to see it, and since she's so innocent and young to see it, he almost doesn't lash out at her the same way. He's very nice to her. He's like, oh, well, I like that very much, honey. And it's kind of like this real sweet relationship, and you're like, how can this guy also be that monster that's beating his wife and stuff? I thought it was very like dynamic and had all these different things going on with it. Then he has a relationship with his son where he's bros with him practically, and he has like, there's just these multiple different relationships that he has with his family where I don't think it's just like he's an asshole and beats his wife.
Well, it's not what I meant, but no, he's truly who he is, though. He is he's a dick. I mean, he was a dick. Like, I mean, look at the scene where the teacher comes to the house, and he basically starts accusing her of accusing him of raping his daughter, kind of thing, right?
I know, but I think that's
like, he just fucking snaps out and lashes out. Like, I'm just like, dude, really? Like,
I think that scene was meant to show actually how unstable his mental state is. Like, totally. It's to the point where it's like, well, I mean, it's not that he's a dick anymore. It's actually that this guy's like got some mental issues.
Oh, 100%.
Like, because he thought, like, he didn't just say that he, like, you're accusing me, and like, but he actually thought that she was accusing him. Like, he didn't just say it like, oh, you're gonna accuse me. You know what I mean? Like, I think he believed that she was accusing him. Like, because maybe he had some thoughts previously. I don't know if they never really touch on it too much.
Well, that's the thing. It's all open for interpretation, really.
Yeah.
You can take it how you want.
And I think that
I just kind of wish
do anything, but I think that he thought.
Yeah.
He had that thought in his head.
I just kind of wish the film was a little more, if you're gonna take this premise and abduct somebody, tie him up, and then just kind of fucking do minor things, and I think that I wish it just had been more balls to the wall, maybe a little more.
I thought it was so balls to the wall though. Like, I was like, wow, this is fucked up. They're like pinching her nipple off. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
like, he's taking pliers to her nipple, dude. How is that not fucked up?
Yeah, I a little bit, but I just didn't.
A little bit.
Moodz, JP hasn't seen Gutterballs, so he doesn't know what fucked up is. Watch Gutterballs, and then you know what's fucked up.
To compare it to like The Girl Next Door, I find
but I'm not.
The shit that, no, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
On the certain type of levels, I think The Girl Next Door was way more effective because it's just so viciously in your face, and like there's scenes in the women that are okay, but overall as a whole, I just, it's kind of all, I don't know, man. I personally don't enjoy the film, but.
Do you think getting a nipple tweezed off is worse than getting a fucking blowtorch to your twat?
Of course not.
Really? Come on.
I think you can tell that right away by the music, the choices for music.
And by the way,
I thought the sound in this film was fan-fucking-tastic. I really noticed the sound when it's just like between like footsteps and just like all kind of other things. The music and sound and the way it was shot, I really, really enjoyed. There's a lot of good shots on there from stuff under the shopping cart and stuff.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. You brought up the soundtrack. Yeah, the sound of the movie is really good. The soundtrack to the movie I found super insanely irritating. Like the
No,
songs that are actually playing at certain moments in the film, like the song choices that are being played. Um, yeah,
it
it just
ha-
wasn't working for me,
Man,
man, at
this is
all.
so fucking awesome.
I think
I'm just sitting back and
I
soaking
did
this
not
all in.
enjoy. I'm glad that you
Uh,
brought up the soundtrack because I was going to. I found it super irritating to the
uh,
film.
this is so
I
amazing to
thought
have
it
two
was
people's
kind of made me
perspectives.
feel a little off, like kilter, and it was like I think
Yeah,
it's
that's what it's
designed to
supposed to.
do that with you.
That's exactly what it's supposed to do, and it worked because I hated it.
Um,
It's
so
like I know exactly what they were doing with that soundtrack, but I was like, oh fuck, I just cannot get into this film, man. I've tried 3 times now. I was so excited when we decided to do this because I'm like, yeah, you know.
I'm gonna rip that one a new asshole.
I
did
mean,
you
I'm glad that we
like
have such different
the location, like the house? Like I really like the distance between, like the
this.
shot where it would be by
Oh,
the cellar
totally.
and you could see up to the house and stuff.
Oh,
And
completely. I love the setting of the film. I think the house and the way the cellar. It's good. You
I
know.
thought the mother had like this 1,000 yard stare about her, where she would just stare blankly into the distance, and like I thought stuff like
She's
that
such.
really worked well, man. I
Yeah. Well,
really did enjoy this
she's a
one.
good actress though, man. Like she's the girl that stars as May, and she's fucking brilliant, man. I think she's a really good actress.
Yeah, and I think
The
that
fuck is her name? Um,
the littlest daughter, dude, I thought she was like the cutest thing ever, man. She was so like she reminded me of she actually looks kind of like my littler cousin, and like it reminded me of her and everything. I was just like, wow, man,
I
that's
really didn't care for the subplot in the film too, with the daughter and the teacher thinking that she's pregnant and having to worry about she's
well. I
just
thought
taking
I thought it
she's
was
taking
interesting because the whole time I was wondering, is that the father that did that? Like, is did he impregnate his daughter?
you know it crossed my mind, but I don't think it was overly pushed towards that. I don't know. I think most people probably even thought that, but I think it's a very bleak kind of thought. I think it comes and goes. I don't think it's that effective, to be honest. I don't think it's ever
I think
hinted
that
to
it's
be
hinted
effective.
at a few times. Like, there's
It is,
obviously
but
the
I don't
scene
think it's
where
that effective.
he
The way it's developed, I don't think it's that effective in the film.
I think like once again, I disagree that in my like I don't disagree, but like for me it was effective. I think that like it's dropped enough hints that it's not too obvious. Like somebody might not even pick up on it.
Yeah.
Um, but it's still there, and you still kind of it's in the back of your head every time you see her. And I kind of like their performance. I mean, I think I've known some girls that are have been pregnant at young ages, 15, 16 and stuff, and it is kind of how they act, and they do dress like that and stuff. I thought it worked really well there too. Obviously, we're in completely different, literally polar
Oh,
opposite
okay.
stances on this film.
So Jeremy, what are your thoughts on the film?
See, when we get to these segments, having you guys know, I just sit back and I listen to what you guys. That's what
Well,
you guys
this
go at it every single week. Either Phantasm, Candyman's. This is a segment that Jeremy just sits back and what listens to you two go at it
But
because
I'm
it's.
curious to hear because me and JP are on, like you just said, polar opposites of this
Mhm.
film. I really cannot get into this. JP obviously likes it. Where do you stand on it?
It's definitely my least favorite Jack Ketchum adaptation. I mean, JP, have you seen The Offspring?
I've s-
Which is the
I've
which
seen
is
The Offspring, and it's pretty rough. Like I didn't make it through it. That's actually a prequel to this film.
yeah. Rough, what do you mean? Like rough content wise or what rough?
You
Just
said it was fucking
not
terrible
fun
though,
to
didn't you?
watch. It's like a
Yeah,
bad movie.
Okay, all right. I'm in the middle
that
with this
sucks.
one. I'm like in the middle with some of you guys. Like I said, it's definitely my least favorite Jack Ketchum movie. I like The Lost and The Girl Next Door a lot better, especially The Girl Next Door. I thought it was a much more effective film than this, even though it shares some themes and you know I kind of like Dead Girl better than this film to be honest, even though it's not even the same.
Fucking Dead Girl, man. Every time I think of Dead Girl, I always think of the part where the one boyfriend is taking the shit in the bathroom, and he
Yeah,
like shits out his guts. Dude, that part is
yeah.
nasty, man.
That
Like,
whole film is just fucked up. Like,
it is a fucked up film.
yeah, but
I actually really enjoy Dead Girl though, for some weird,
yeah,
odd reason.
yeah. But I'm on the middle of the fence on the woman. You know, I watched it when it first came out. I actually saw it in theaters, and I see everything in theaters. It's kind of weird, but uh, like I said, I agree with what JP has to say about about everything. It definitely has some cool shots. I'm kind of surprised to hear JP talking about shots. You know, that's out of JP's realm of expertise. If you guys been following me, I'm in film school and I've been watching a lot of movies and analyzing them. So to listen to somebody else talk about shots and stuff is interesting. But this film's definitely not my favorite film. When this film came out, it had so much hype behind it. Everybody was talking about it. People were importing it from the UK because it took a while to get released here.
But I totally remember all that hype too.
There's so much hype for this movie.
I remember it being really hyped too, but
this film I actually didn't watch until now. And I gotta say, I knew a lot about it. Like going into it, I expected not to like it because I was like, based on all right, this guy finds it just sounded too ludicrous to me, and I thought it would come off like wrong, like a really unrealistic-y, and it kind of did to a certain extent. But I kind of was expecting not to like this one, but by the end, I thought the way it all played out, I really didn't expect it to go down like that, and I kind of I really liked how it was shot at the end with the music and just the some of those slower mo stuff and shit. I really like that.
There's so many fucking captive girl movies. I'm just it's not really that fucking original. Like you had The Disappearance of Alice Creed. You fucking have I Spit on Your Grave. Well, not really captive, but girl seeks revenge. You have so many fucking chick seek revenge films. I'm just fucking sick of them already. It's like
I don't think this one was about the revenge though.
I guess so. I don't know.
I think it was about watching the family interact with each other and deal with this situation. Like the mother is so relieved every time the husband leaves. She has this constant state of acting. She's acting like this wife, and as soon as he's gone, it's just like a relief, almost a release of just this, relief.
One thing I will say that I did like about this movie, though, I do like the fact that you really don't know anything about the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's very mysterious.
If you've seen The Offspring, you would know about her.
I think that's completely different, though, right? But yeah, I mean, for this film itself, I think it works because there's so much mystery behind her and the fact of where did she come from and
that's actually The Offspring. She comes from there. There's actually a story between the films.
The Offspring explains all that.
Yeah, it's a sequel.
It's a feral group of. This is a sequel to The Offspring. It's just a loose sequel.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm just talking. If you've never seen The Offspring,
yeah, and I do like
that as a film. If you go into this film not knowing anything about The Offspring, which I have not seen The Offspring, so that does kind of work. I don't really know anything about her and why she doesn't speak and who the fuck is she kind of thing. I do like that angle. It's just the whole film itself. It doesn't work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I could totally see how it wouldn't too. It's not where I'm listening to you and I'm I just don't see it. I actually do see it. I see where you're coming from. Overall, I think it's just. I don't think a film has to be Jeremy was talking about how it's not really that original, and it's not. But I think it doesn't necessarily have to be original to be good. I mean, how many times can you watch it slash it? They're still good to me. I think that this family is pretty original.
For every one good slashers, there are 10 bad ones. So
yeah, there's for every good zombie film, there's 50 bad ones of those.
Yeah, the ratio's worse for zombie films.
I think looking at this family and their interactions, I think that was all pretty original. I mean, I've seen stuff like that before, but I've not quite seen this family before, and I like that.
Cool.
I'm pretty much done with I don't know what else to say about it.
Ratings?
Yeah, I've said what I had to. It's just
Yeah. All right, I'll go first. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Wow.
Above average, but it wasn't my ball busting, Stitch's awesomeness.
I gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, ooh.
Man, this is
I
like
really liked
this
it.
is the most intriguing review that we've done because I'm going to give it probably a 4 because I can't even go higher than 5 because I
think
wouldn't
it's
recommend
below
it. Right?
average.
Well, for me, I mean, I rate films
It's
for myself.
it's called an opinion for a reason, Jake.
I know what it is. I'm just surprised.
See the way I rate things.
Surprised.
Anything over 5, I will recommend. See, I just wouldn't recommend this because I personally didn't like it, right? So, I mean, some people might enjoy this film. I mean, I guess I would say I loosely, if you're interested in these type of films, give it a watch. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, so you might like it more than I do, like JP. But it does have good points to it. Like, I mean, like you said, it's shot very well. I like the setting, some mystery behind it, but overall as a whole, I don't know how I've watched this movie 3 times. To be fucking honest, man. Because the first time I watched it, I was so disappointed. I was like, "Okay, I'll give it some time and I'll watch it again." And then I did, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And this third time,
I gotta say, I'm extremely surprised.
Yeah, I know it's weird because
seems right up your alley.
Yeah, like I said, Girl Next Door, Dead Girl. I mean, if you want to compare it to these type of, I just enjoy those ones more. So I know we're gonna get some comments on this, like Moodz didn't like the woman. What the fuck? So it's gonna be pretty crazy, but yeah, it is what it is, right? I mean, people have different tastes, and it is kind of surprising to myself that I don't even really like this film. So
yeah, I thought you would have totally been in on like the dynamic between the family and all the different layers to the father and stuff. Like I honestly am genuinely surprised. Mm-hmm. It made for some great fucking conversation though. So
yeah.
Are we doing Eaten Alive next week? Is that the next film on the schedule? All right. So next week we'll be talking about Tobe Hooper's second film, Eaten Alive. So that should be an interesting conversation. I have never seen that movie, so
I actually think we're doing the Leprechaun franchise next week.
Way to go, JP.
I'll take the blame. Fuck.
All right, Leprechaun, then Eaten Alive.
Yeah, and so fucking we're doing the Leprechaun. I'm so excited. I love the Leprechaun franchise.
Well, that's gonna be an 8-hour episode.
So
it's a 6 fucking films to get through, man. It's gonna be awesome.
So next week we won't have a what we watched, but
yeah, or it might be. I don't even think we'll have a news. We'll probably save it for the week after.
Nah, we'll have news next week.
Depending on how much news.
Is that it?
I mean, check out knowyourhorror.com. That's where you can find us. You could also find us at thedevilseyes.com because we big ups to Rich for commenting on the last video I know you watched. That's cool, Rich from The Devil's Eyes. Facebook, yeah, check that out. There's a lot of interesting conversation that goes on there. The group page.
I just want to say thanks everybody for making this show so successful. It's really blown my expectations. Look at last week's podcast, and it has almost 300 views. When we started this podcast, we just did it for fun, and we didn't think that it was actually going to take off the first week like it did. And all these people that are listening to our show every week and commenting, giving us feedback and everything, it just feels awesome that we're not just doing this show just for us, that other people find it interesting as well and reach out and make their own podcast as well. Like I know David, he got inspired by us and now he's doing his own podcast.
Which is crazy to think that we inspired somebody to do a podcast. That's nuts.
Yeah. So thanks again, everybody who listens to our show every week. It really means a lot to us. So that's it.
So just in case you guys have forgot what the question of the week is, it's your top 5 Scream Factory releases to date. I'm sure you guys haven't forgot that. It's a very, very easy question. I'm sure we'll get more feedback than we did this week because the last question was a little harder. But I think this is an easy one for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear the list actually. So
that should be interesting. All right. So thanks everybody for listening to the 12th episode. Can't believe it's been 3 months already. We've been doing this 3 months worth of episodes. of the 22 Shots of Moodz and Horror podcast. I'm your host, NES Ruler 22. You can follow me on my channel at youtube.com/NES Ruler 22. Follow JPAK, the man who hates Pee Wee Herman, over at his channel at youtube.com/doubleshotj. And you can follow the man, Moodz himself, right below this video. Click the sub button. So that should be it. Hope everybody has a good week. And we should talk to you guys next week with the Leprechaun series, which should be an interesting conversation.
It's a leprechaun.
All right. Talk to you guys next week.
Peace.